Okay, hey everybody, how y'all doing? I think we're just about ready to get going here. It looks like I'm starting right on time, which is good because I had some weird miscellaneous technical nonsense that was kind of ruining my day, but looks like it's dealt with. As always, if you're having any issues with the audio or anything like that, aside from the fact that my voice is annoying and I'm a bad person, feel free to let me know, unless you are Rook, in which case you should probably just take your complaints, write them on a piece of paper, and shove them up your own butt. Okay. Let me see. My own audio is a little loud, so let me fix that. Alright, we're good to go. So let's load this up. So, I believe we'd be Campaign 4. What does that even mean, man? What does that even mean? Whatever. What does a whore's face look like? That's a good question. Okay, 1 second. I gotta give these numpties in the chat the link again. Oh, Hi Dude's done it. Thank you, Hi Dude. You're somebody. Oh man, look at that gigantic picture of Josiah Tolliver. Oh no, I may have accidentally said I was going to do Shrooms in Doom, which is actually not going to happen on account of me already being plenty bad at Doom. But okay, if I'm not mistaken, I'm doing some kind of supply mission right now. That's the next thing I have to do. But in terms of overall things for this stream, I would like to kill off the Archon that's running around if I can. He's like loose with like a third of his health, just ready to mess up any normal mission. And then probably kill one of the Chosen, which I'll probably take a look at doing after I have everybody uninjured from this mission I'm about to do. So we'll see how that goes. I also... Did I ever... I did not make this Reaper into somebody. So let's make this Reaper into somebody. I think I'm overdue to make a Bjorhan. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so maybe he's going to be he's going to continue being mad at me, even though I'm trying at least. But we'll go with is that me talking? Who else would it be? So this is Bjorn. First name. Nickname is obviously going to be Hippo. And then I think I'll make his last name Huey Lewis. Or just Lewis. If it'll, let's see, and the news. Let's see if that works. Nope. Whatever, just Lewis. Because it is Hippo to be square. So let's make him male. I believe
I can get there. No time to spare.
Hi Dude already has the good Reaper male voice. Maybe that's my problem with this stream, is having female Reapers. Because they always get killed. So maybe I can just tap into my sexism to make this one actually survive. So, what do we want for him? Oh, it doesn't matter what his face is, because I'm probably going to put a mask on him. I like the Reaper masks and hoods, if only because they make the Reapers look distinct. Which is helpful when they're, like, doing their thing on the screen. So, let's give him this freaky-looking mask. And it'll also make it easier for me to not have to worry about any of this other crap. Hippo. I think green fits his motif fairly well. And then maybe we'll do like a Christmas green and red. Green because I think his avatar is green, and red because blood. And he already looks like a friggin' eyesore. This is a mistake. Bjorhan is a mistake. Yeah, sure, powered, whatever. I'm hoping if I don't look at this in too much detail, I'm not going to make the mistake of making it too similar to Hi Dudes. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we'll see. Or I could just deliberately pick things that look stupid on the assumption that I didn't pick things that look stupid the first time. We'll see. Gotta be worn thighs. I mean, when there's an option for thighs and one of the options is worn, you need to take that option. That's just the way the things are. And there's no point in tattoos because he's got long sleeves. So I think we're all set here. His weapon isn't going to matter too much. I think I already gave the Reapers a custom weapon that'll probably be shared between the two of them. But there we go. He sort of looks like a hippo. Really, Reapers are kind of the most lithe class in the game, so making him my hippo was probably a mistake, but all I ever do is make mistakes, so that's good. Oh, no worries, you're firing up. Okay, so yeah, Fraggle's here in the chat, and what I think she's going to try and do is dictate an Oregon Trail that she's playing in the chat. So if you're not able to follow XCOM, you can follow Oregon Trail. So now we've got literally every base covered, because what kind of monster wouldn't be entertained by one of those two things? Alright, let's plow ahead on the assumption that I've done things properly before I saved, which is kind of a toss-up, but whatever. It's a retaliation strike that I'm doing next.
And now your friends are going to pay the price.
Alright, and which of the chosen chills here? It might be the Hunter, judging by the fact that he was antagonizing me there. Yep. Okay, so the Hunter. There's the Hunter. His adversary is the Skirmishers, so if I can, I'll bring the Skirmisher. Not the hugest deal, though, because this guy's kind of a scrub. Alright, so let's see. The retaliation missions are some of the harder missions, so I would like to bring a fairly good team. I'll bring the Skirmisher, because as I said, the Chosen is weak against them. That matters less later in the game, but whatever. The Skirmisher could use a couple of rank ups anyways. Moon is a little bit on the tired side. I think... I'm not sure if I want to bring her. We'll bring Burhan for sure. Let's go here. Maybe we'll bring... I might bring Thrax without Moon. Thrax is not as tired as Moon is, but... so maybe I can manage without her. I need a specialist. And it looks like... What the hell? Where's W? Oh, he's up here. He's on I sent him on a covert action for some reason. So I guess I'm bringing Thalmor. Then I need two more. I could bring Printer, because he could use some rank ups too. And then on the whole, this is sort of a weak team, so I think I'm going to cave and just bring Moon, because it is a harder mission. Alright. I'm just catching up on Oregon Trail. Anybody who's paying attention to me instead of Oregon Trail is probably like brain damaged, to be perfectly honest. But it might also be the kind of brain damage where, you know, it's just... It's not even worth trying to fix it because it's such a lost cause. Maybe just, like, find whatever comfort you can in your last moments, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's give Mox blue screen... not a lot of robots tend to show up on these missions. Let's go with Venom rounds instead. That'll really tear the Chosen up. I'm going to give Face Eater to Burhan. Man, I feel rusty again. Thrax can have his Shredstorm Cannon and his Talon rounds. I'm pretty happy with that. Thalmor's got his Head Jack, which I never friggin' use. I gotta Start using that more to get some intel. Printer could use a better weapon. Let's give Printer the blaster launcher. I realize I have no Grenadier here, which may be a problem, but yeah, Printer can sort of do it. And in terms of people who have who can give marks, I still have. I'm not sure. I don't think Thalmor can do it, but Burhan can. And Moon, I'm pretty happy having her have dragon rounds. That'll set things on fire when she shoots them. Get wrecked, Thalmor. Yeah, you're actually coming on this mission, so maybe you die. Did he have to take a shit yet? Honestly, I've just been shitting this. Like, every stream, I'm constantly shitting. That's just what I do. The only other thing I can do here, if I really want to, is give Thalmor heavy armor, ditch the head jack, and give him a powered weapon. But I'm not going to do that shit. The head jack gives a hacking bonus, which I would prefer to keep. So I think we're going to call this good, and we'll see how badly we can fuck this up. Don't budget on Oregon Trail. You got to spend all your money at the start, because people are just going to die anyways. Like, are you going to be like, oh, I'm glad I saved $200 when, I don't know who you made into your family, but are you going to be happy you saved $200 when Zerus is bleeding out of her butt? Like, wow, I'm lucky I have all this money. It's pretty callous.
Advent's so-called peacekeepers are hitting one of the resistance camps in this area, and they're taking out civilians and fighters alike. We're deploying to protect as many people as we can. Secure the site and take out any hostile forces still threatening the area.
Now, again, we're wondering what version of this mission it is. Again, in the expansion, there's the type of the mission where you have the NPCs helping you out, the little resistance troops, and the one where you don't. There's a lot more aliens in the former than the latter. So we'll see.
One of those chosen is leading an assault on the resistance
Okay.
in this area.
So this is
People are
the.
doing what they can to
Wait,
fight
is it?
back, but we need to help protect the civilians trapped nearby. There's a group of resistance
There are resistance soldiers here. So there's going to be a shitload of aliens on this map, but also I have these resistance buddies who are going to help me out with their little, with their rifles. I think the rifles do something, you know, sort of respectable, like 6 damage or something, which isn't too crazy, but, you know, when you have 6 of them shooting around, it can add up. And you do need it because there are so many people here. So as always, we're going to get our Reaper out here first, kind of get a spot on this. He didn't see anything, which is a little bit surprising. Thalmor I'll put behind this rock, and I'll throw into Overwatch if he doesn't spot something. There's no concealment on this type of mission, except for the Reapers, which will have it regardless. With that, the best form of this armor, Printer has 4 pips of armor, which is pretty good. Generally, like the Sparks are kind of an underwhelming class, but you know, 4 armor, pretty good, pretty good. Looks like they've given me an elite trooper with that resistance order that I have. So, whatever. Nothing terribly exciting, but better than nothing. And especially in a map like this where it's a gigantic mess anyways, and everybody's shooting all over the place, it'll be good to have a sacrificial lamb if I want them. But I'm going to throw in everybody in Overwatch and kind of move a little bit slower, because in this version of the map there's lots of civilians to save anyways. Alright, over here we got an Archon. He flies around like a doofus and then picks his own butt. And then we've got, over here we got a Chrysalid, so we'll probably want to move in quick there. Next turn, I guess, and get rid of that thing, because it can start laying eggs inside the civilians, and that's about as nasty as it sounds. So we'll see what we can spot with Bjorhan. Should be able to see that chrysalid if nothing else.
You cannot run.
All right. And we'll do a single move with Moon, I think. Nah. Let's have this goofy trooper do it instead, if I can get away with it. Because he's the least useful person I have, so... And it doesn't look like he can move far enough to get spotted. Okay, screw that. We'll do it with Printer instead. Printer will, worst case scenario, he can activate his overdrive ability and still get 2 actions. So I'll move him up to his spot over here, and we'll see what comes of that in terms of activated enemies. We got an Archon over here with a Spectre. And then the chrysalid over on the other side. They are sort of near a car. Let's see. Excuse me, sorry. Choking a little bit. Doesn't look like Bjorhan can do anything interesting like blowing up this car with remote start. So probably what I'm going to try and do is have him do a finishing shot on something to kind of stay in his concealment. Let's see. Thelmore. Sometimes when you start playing this game, you just feel slow. That's me right now. But it looks like I can get a relatively easy shot in on this chrysalid if I want. How much damage does Rand actually do? 8 or 9, so it's not necessarily going to kill him. But if it doesn't, I can always follow up with Bjorhan. So let's do that. Get her some mobility, get her focus if I get lucky with a shot. Nope, no luck. And maybe establish kind of a forward scouting range in case there's any more aliens around here. And we do have another chrysalid on the side here. So you may set up some Overwatch shots to kind of deal with that. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to go ahead and make this shot with Bjorhan to get rid of the chrysalid. It won't reveal him as long as he makes the kill. It was like a 98% chance or something like that. You're losing a lot of days, Frangle. I don't, like... Although in Oregon Trail, I don't have a very good conception of what a day is worth. Like, you lose a day, like, probably that's bad. Probably at the end you're going to be rushing. I mean, it makes sense. But, like, who even friggin' gets that far into the game to know? Like, if you get far enough into the game where the amount of days you have left is a concern, I think you're probably far ahead of the pack. I'm going to try this Rupture. Not the greatest chance, but it'll help me clear up this Archon. If it does hit. And luckily it does. That's interesting. I thought Ruptures were automatically critical hits. And I thought that meant they couldn't be dodged. But you know what? I'm thinking of 100% shots, not criticals. I'm going to go ahead and pop this Overdrive. Just because I know there's that chrysalid I should be worrying about. And I want to get rid of some of these enemies. Pretty solid whack from Printer. 12 damage. Some of that is due to the Rupture, but still. Our buddy the Skirmisher, can he get to somewhere where he can shoot at the Archon? Yes. Will it take him out of cover? Also yes. Unless I go from here. I think he should be okay here. I don't think the chrysalid is going to wander all the way over there. Only has a 77% chance, which isn't that stupendous, but whatever. Okay. so the Archon's gone. And I have Moon sit here and parry. That would probably, that way, if the Chrysalid does come up and try to whack her, it won't amount to much. I'll have the Trooper go over here and get into Overwatch for if the Chrysalid comes closer. Gonna have Printer make the shot at the Spectre, and if he makes it, I'll worry about trying to kill the Spectre this turn with Thrax. If he doesn't, I'll just kind of set up a little bit more defensively. Alright, so he does make the shot, which means I would like to be able to get rid of that Spectre this turn. I just need to establish a way to do that. Well, I would start with Run and Gun. I know that much, considering that Run and Gun is friggin' amazing. I can kind of just run Thrax out here, mostly in the open, and take a shot at the Spectre. And I'm gonna do that. This map kind of rewards speed and the riskier shots. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hope he gets critical on the Spectre, and even if he doesn't, then whatever. 87% chance, plus hopefully he gets a critical. That didn't end up working out because he ended up dodging. But probably he's not gonna be able to do too much to Thrax anyways. Thrax has 2 armor and 18 health, so worst case scenario, I just gotta heal him. And then it's giving me this weird glitch again where it's not letting me end the turn even though I'm out of actions. So let me turn, and that's that. See what the Spectre does. He may use his weirdo stun on Thrax. I think these things are like immune or highly resistant to Overwatch shots. Okay, so Spectre walks over to Thalmor and does his little weirdo... he does his weird clone stun move and makes a little clone of Thalmor. Not too worried about that because I can just wake it up by getting rid of this Spectre who's pretty low health and doesn't look like he's running anywhere particularly smart either. So he's screwed. But we have this Chrysalid, and what's he gonna do? He runs right by Moon, which is unfortunate. And he murders one of the humans, which sucks because it means it's going to grow into more chrysalids. And you can see it's already become this weirdo, like, gel pod thing that will keep spitting out chrysalids for the next turn. The Resistance Op shoots and kills the Spectre that I had mostly weakened, which gets rid of that Thalmor clone and wakes Thalmor up before my turn even starts. So this turn... I'm not going to get too insane here. I'm just going to deal with the Chrysalid and his little gross out pod. Okay, and Mox for some reason can't shoot either of them from that angle, so that... how about that? Now, all else being equal, I'd love this kill to be made by somebody who can actually use the experience for a rank up. So that would be Thalmor, I believe. That's an impressive miss. That's good work. Good work missing that. That's a... astonishing commitment to sucking. Alright, so whatever. We'll bring Moon in to do it instead.
The resistance team is in the clear. They're moving to help the other survivors. There's a large group of civilians pinned down within range of your position. Sensors indicate hostile forces are closing in fast. We need to get in there before the...
Alright, so these NPC guys... these NPC guys are running to try and help the other civilians, but I'm going to be stuck back here dealing with this Chrysalid pod thing, I think. And it's going to spit out a baby Chrysalid like every turn. And I forget if they get an action as soon as they come out. If they do, it could be kind of a problem. So I'll take some shots on it, put everybody else into Overwatch, and that'll be basically that.
I am trusting you.
Time for hiding is over.
That does have a chance to reveal. So, just put it.
Naturally.
Watching comes naturally. What a thing to say. Now the printer has as good equipment as damage is a little bit more respectable. Oh, it looks like when Moon shot the... or killed that first chrysalid... Wait, did she? It looks like it's still standing there. You're dead, right, buddy? Yeah, you're dead. I see some blood. Anyways, when she killed it...
No problem, boss.
When Moon killed the chrysalid, she knocked out part of the wall, which let them get a clear shot. I'm gonna go ahead and try rapid fire with this on this cocoon, because if I can get rid of it this turn, it's so much better. He makes the first shot for 10. And the second one, luckily, triggers Talon rounds and gets rid of it, so I don't have to worry about spitting out any chrysalids. So for the rest of this turn, we'll just move up a little bit and get everybody reloaded. That was everybody's action anyways. Luna has cholera. Alright, so we would like to move up, we would like to reload. None of the civilians got molested on that last turn. I think that generally seems to be the case with this version of the map where you have the resistance operatives. It seems like the aliens are less aggressive in murdering the civilians until you get close. So I'm not going to blitzkrieg across to get everybody in the map. I'm going to consolidate everybody, get everybody reloaded, and go from there, because there are... As I did say, there's usually a lot of aliens on this type of map.
To that position. Reloading weapon.
And my approach to those first couple aliens was a little bit ammo hungry. The rupture and rapid fire and overwatch shots are all things you kind of have to watch because they take more ammo than a single turn. Rapid fire takes 2. Rupture takes either 2 or 3, I forget. But point being, if you're using some of your better abilities, you'll notice the ammo drains a little bit faster. Okay. I'm gonna move Thrax over here. I'm a little bit wary of moving too far up, but I think I'm gonna get away with that, and I did. I don't think that's gonna blow up, but we'll see. And this is one of those weird cases where, even though I have a Reaper and he's still concealed, I don't want to move him up too much because I'm pretty sure the AI gets more aggressive once you spot them, even if they haven't spotted you in this type of map. It just seems that way. I don't know if that's superstition, but I'm gonna go with it anyways, because it's not like I can move anybody else up to back those people up. Alright, so we've got resistance operatives taking shots here. There's very clearly at least one berserker over there. We've got another chrysalid over on this side, which sucks. Those chrysalids can just start mayhem if they survive too long. Maybe they will kill it, though. We'll see. I should be so lucky. Alright, they're shooting at that other berserker. So far, all we really know is there for sure is a chrysalid and a berserker, which are about half dead. A little more than half dead, actually, especially if that shot gets made. Yeah. Alright, and the aliens, again, just kind of sit around and chill for this turn. So, suits me. I'll move Burehound up to spot and go from there. Nothing there. I know that there's enemies on this side of the map. Alright, so it turns out this group over here is 2 chrysalids and a berserker. Now I could just blaster bomb them right now, which is tempting. Blaster bombs are pretty great.
Ah, the open spaces, the fresh air.
Zebrus has a broken leg. I have a fever. Damn right I got a fever. And a very sexy learning disability. 9 to 12 damage. Yeah. Printer has an ability that makes these special weapons have larger radiuses and make more damage. And I'm tempted to just use it now because I'm assuming that they're going to start going ballistic now that I've spotted them. And I'd like to get rid of at least one of those chrysalids, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so one chrysalid down, the other one kind of makes a spazzy run towards me, the Berserker stays put. Okay.
I can handle that.
I think I'll put Thrax in Overwatch here. He's not going to be able to get too good of a shot from this angle. I'll move Thalmor up in front of him. And we'll see if we can do anything spicy with this grappling hook. Just an aid of getting over there to another action. Doesn't look like it. So, instead, I'm wary of this car, or I guess it's like a station wagon, whatever. I'm wary of it because it's on fire. I don't know if it's going to explode. On these maps, it's annoying because there's stationary fire that's just part of the map. And I'm pretty damn sure that's what this is. But it's hard to differentiate that from fire that's about to explode. It'd be cool if there's a mod for that or something, because it's just like give you a little marker for when that's going to happen, but not so much. Alright, and we have Moon and the Trooper left. The Trooper I'm going to just put into some Overwatch over here. He does have a grenade, which is kind of handy. I might be using that later. And Moon, I'll have take cover behind Printer and go into Pistol Overwatch. So depending on how they move this turn, hopefully this chrysalid moves towards me. But we'll see. The Berserker goes charging right towards the civilians and whacks that fella, knocks him out. The chrysalid does not run towards me, so that's bad. Okay, so yeah, I've got a problem there, because that's going to cause all kinds of mayhem in there now that they've got that cocoon spitting out chrysalid starting next turn. So it would look like my most sensible move is going to be to bull rush in there and try and clear that out as soon as I can and just kind of merge into these resistance operatives. Because that thing is going to spit out a chrysalid that's going to make another cocoon, that's going to make another chrysalid, that's going to make another cocoon, that's going to make another chrysalid, that's going to make another cocoon. And, I mean, that's not some shit I want to deal with. I should have enough mobility to get somebody at least in sight there. Does the Fever Boy want to stop and rest, or can we press on? Yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised that you would want to just increase the risk to me. That sounds about right to me. Well, that's interesting. Burhan can shoot the cocoon, but not the chrysalid that's right beside it. So that's not terribly helpful. See if I can do anything with this grapple. Now I can get up to this corner, which is at least some movement in the right direction. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to have some trouble getting in there. Thrax has run and gun back. That's good. That we like. Still gonna have a lot of trouble.
Got it covered.
Getting in there. And unfortunately, he does have his Shredstorm cannon, but I can't really use it. I don't think. As there's civilians like everywhere. Because that wouldn't be too bad of a move, except it'll definitely kill this guy, this civilian. And there may be even more past her. But if it's my only option for killing the chrysalid, I might just do it anyways. So let's see who else we can get close and go from there.
Nessun problema.
Yeah, Thalmor is too far away. Printer has already used up his overdrive, so I'm just going to have him blitz up here, I think, as well.
This unit is relatively agile. As you wish.
Might as well get Printer into the building. Ah, okay, we do have more chrysalids. Depending on how they move, I might be making that shot with the cannon. We got a lot of chrysalid mayhem on here. We got a lot of chrysalid mayhem. And Moon is just a little bit too short. Although she has full focus right now. Let's see how that shot looks with Thrax. So, I can get... Those two are out of the question. I can get that one in the cocoon. Or 2 civilians and this one in the cocoon. Okay. First I'm going to have him throw the axe at this Berserker, though. Alright, the Berserker is on fire and has 1 health, so he's going to drop dead on his next turn, I believe. Which is some help, at least. Can I banish the cocoon? I can banish the cocoon. Okay. Well, that's something else to think about then. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I figured out what I'm going to do. Okay, so we'll move Moon up with half of her action. But with her other action, she can give Thrax another move. So that will free Thrax up to move to a place where he can shoot the cannon. Or maybe it doesn't. It doesn't look like that's actually going to work, just by the way that this is laid out. Why is it disallowing me from using Reaper? Ah, Reaper doesn't work after run and gun. Well, this might be really bad then. He should get another action after this, but now I'm not so sure. Okay. Well. I'm going to move him somewhere stupid and dangerous. Assume he's going to get another action. He does, okay. Now, I can blast these guys with the cannon without killing everybody else. Which will most likely kill them, which is pretty good. Well, it has a solid chance of killing them, basically. But also it'll hopefully piss them off, because Thrax still has that ability where if anybody comes close to him in melee range, he'll take a free swipe. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Oh, 10 on both. That was lucky. Okay. So now we only have this one chrysalid to worry about. And the cocoon, which I can't... I think the cocoon I'm just stuck with. The elite trooper, I'm just going to try and get close. Ah, screw it. I guess I could just banish the cocoon. 5 or 6 damage. He has 6 shots left. He won't even kill it. So... screw that. I'm just going to put him into Overwatch. He won't make a shot, though, because he's concealed. But whatever. Shit happens.
Mox, I'd like to get closer.
Let's move him over here. Oh, Thrax still has his extra move, which is nice. Thalmor, let's get over here. I don't want to move Thrax too far up, though, because he's already in the middle of nowhere by himself. So Thrax moves, the Berserker immediately burns to death. So we have this one Chrysalid with 1 health, and the Cocoon, which is going to spit out a second one, I think. And they're going to kind of run wild, but after that I can start trying to clean this up. Alright. Paging Doctor Gamework. Going once, going twice. Come on. I hope this isn't a lockup. Do. Hell, I wonder how that even work on an Iron Man. Like, when does it even save my game? Okay, so let's talk about our feelings for the next 30 seconds or so and see if this clears itself up, and if not, I guess I might have to redo that turn or something. This kind of sucks. Maybe I'll Google it. Ah, here we go. I guess I won't Google it. Although it looks like the Resistance guys are having exactly the same problem of just taking forever. Okay. Well, I'm just going to catch up with Fraggle then. How you doing, Fraggle? How's this Oregon Trail going? It looks like everybody's starving. And Zebras is, like, has more broken legs than she has actual legs. She's got 3 broken legs. So good work. Looks like it's going well. How's everybody feeling about this zoom? Everybody feel good about this zoom? I feel pretty good about this zoom. I wonder if the aliens just won't get a turn because it, like, timed out. Because it skipped over them to the resistance activity, so does that mean that this guy's not going to move? Come on. Oh, okay. So I guess that's that. Huh. So it looks like both of their turns got skipped by the game screwing up. If I was sure it was going to work, I guess I would just pass my turn. But I'm not at all. So I guess I'll just keep shooting things and hope it clears itself up. I wonder if it's like the Chrysalid or the... Oh, hello. So it turns out this guy was a faceless.
The target is marked. Fear the Reaper.
So I just triggered Reaper, which is a move where you can basically chain melee strikes together.
Folk says I am to obey.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Bjorhan up. I'm going to have him sting this Faceless, which is a little weak shot that will do a little bit of damage, but leaves him in shadow. Oh, well that didn't go like I thought it would. Okay, he one-shotted it, so that wasn't what I was trying to do, but obviously it's still pretty okay. So that's nice. I was trying to set it up for an easy kill with Thrax and his Reaper ability, which kind of chains kills together. As long as you keep making kills, you can keep on making melee strikes. But turns out it wasn't necessary because Bjorhan friggin' one-shotted it, which is kind of surprising for a Reaper, but I guess I'm not going to complain. So I'll just make some shots on that Cocoon, and and see what we can do from that.
Yes, Commander.
The aliens have been really lethargic this map, and the one time that they should have done stuff, it glitched out. So, whatever. Thrax has a snake bite. That's not good. I wonder if this will work. If that little arc from Moon's move that I can never get to work will take out this guy. Nope. I'll have her parry. She can be the forward guard. Alright, so we'll have Thrax use Reaper to take out the Chrysalid. And also the Cocoon. I'm not sure if the Cocoon counts as an enemy for purposes of refunding actions with Reaper, but we're about to find out.
You know, that was good.
It looks like it does. So Thrax, in theory, could melee strike something else, but I'm just going to move him somewhere safe for now instead. And try and catch everybody else up.
As you command.
Alright, good. They're actually moving this turn, so that's nice. We got over here, we have a Berserker and 2 Spectres.
You cannot run.
Berserker's getting right up in people's faces. And the Spectres are just going to kind of chill over on that side there.
You will never hide from me.
So that's about 70... well, 68, I guess. 68 hit points worth of just stuff. I'm not terribly worried about them in terms of what they're capable of doing to me. All they're going to do is maybe kill some civilians. But that is a lot of health to blow through, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And we'll probably want to try to... I don't know if there's anything else on this map, but we're going to obviously try and avoid capturing it, or activating it. A little bit of help from the Resistance operatives. It looks like they're going to do maybe another... maybe another 6, so 18 damage. That'll help. Take some of that pressure off. Oh, they got rid of the Berserker by themselves, so... okay, just a couple of Spectres to deal with. And we'll save Bjornhad for last, as he, if I really need him to, he can use his Banish ability there. Alright, looks like I can get some use out of this Trooper. I'm going to have him move over here. And if I'm not mistaken, he should be able to blow up both of these guys' cover with his grenade, which is some handy stuff. One of them for sure, at least. Very nice. Very nice. I got no problems with that. So, I think I'll go ahead and move Thrax up kind of aggressively here and see if anybody else shows up. Doesn't look like they will. Thrax can use Rapid Fire and get rid of this guy. So let's... no Chosen and no Archon King. A little surprising. And we got Thalmor. He can kind of... looks like we got half cover with this busted up wall, so that's a thing. We can throw some Rupture onto the Spectre if it works. 85% chance. Alright, so critical, and he'll now take +3 damage from everything else. So he's pretty much boned. I'll see if I can get the kill with Printer, because he can always use a rank up. 92%. And there he goes. He dodged it, but it doesn't matter. He's still dead. And was that it? That was it. There wasn't actually that many aliens there. 17. That was kind of a joke, especially considering they fucked up that one turn. So, So that was pretty chill.
The speaker commended loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values.
I have a
for
broken
those
arm
of
and a
equal
snake
rights.
bite. I don't know if the fever ever wore off.
A moment of silence for peacekeepers slain by
You're actually
SpaceCOM.
close? Like, that's... I don't know that I've ever known anybody to get that far. Then again, I haven't played Oregon Trail in a long, long time.
Will fill my warriors with pride.
Alright, we get a lot of tired people, and unfortunately, one of them is Thrax, one of them is Moon. These are people that I need. Really? Like, Thrax is tired? Like, this was his first mission. He was at full. That sucks. A lot of saved civilians, which is going to increase supplies, although at this point in the game I don't even need supplies for anything. So... really what we want here is if we can get a full team of good people, not tired anymore, so that'll be... looks like it'll be 10 days before Moon is ready, and I want to take Moon. I can do that Chosen Assault. So we'll tentatively say in 10 days we'll do the Chosen Assault. I don't know what the hell it's talking about with Thrax here. It says he's tired but available and that he's ready in 0 hours, so I guess he's just barely tired. I don't fucking know. I'm not the mayor of Thrax. Actually, I guess I am. Alright, so we got some tired people, but hopefully they'll shape up. 2 steps away from the end. That's really good. Okay. So, what do we want to do? Looks like I was scanning for Illyrium and alloys. I might as well finish doing that, actually, yeah.
Avenger plotting new course.
Alright, this Psi operative is still training. Give him Solace. Next month, when I get all those supplies, I have some building upgrades I can make for the Avenger, the base. Not a huge deal, but definitely things I want to get to. Alright. Spectre Autopsy is instant, so let's get that out of the way. I think that's like a one-shot use version of that ability sustain that Moon has. So it could be good in theory, but I'd probably rather stack something offensive onto that. Lowering the cost of Shadow Chamber construction by 50%. Well, that's fucking worthless. I guess we'll do the autopsy on this trooper and hope for some better breakthroughs once that's done, because I don't give a shit about saving half the money on the chamber. Alright, W is ready. Oh yeah, the reason I guess I did that is because I wanted him to have this health bonus. So he has his health bonus now. He did get injured though. And that unlocks the assassin mission.
We want to take out the Chosen once and for all. We should move to strike their stronghold.
Alright.
The Resistance has found our access point. We just have to make use of it.
Form soldier bond. This is +5 hacking. If W wasn't injured, I might be tempted to do that. All PCS effects are increased. I'll probably want before the end of the game, so I may try and pick that up. XP gains increased is good in theory, but it's a little late for that at this point, really. Ability points are always good. And the only other thing is this is unlocking the Hunter mission, but I think the Hunter is the furthest behind on progress, and I have the other 2 missions unlocked, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I can use this mission to force Thrax and Moon to be better friends, because I don't think that bond is going to level up unless I force it. But I think what I'm going to do is go here. Mobility. Who would I like to be able to move more? Well. Hi dude, is it just me that's having the video freeze a lot? I have the video open beside the stream, and it's going okay for me. I don't know what to say aside from I will have recordings up if it's unbearable. So, I'm trying to decide who could use some more mobility. Our Reaper would be an interesting choice here. High Dude's almost better. He's lightly wounded. Fraggle would be interesting. A little bit more range before she starts hucking grenades. I could see that. Thrax, Moon. Really, anybody but a sharpshooter or a specialist. The specialist, you know, he can throw out heals with line of sight, so he doesn't need to be as mobile as anybody else. The sharpshooter doesn't spend as much time moving. Really, either of those is good. I think I'll send the skirmisher. He sucks, but a little bit of mobility might be good for him. He has a couple of moves that enhance his mobility, so, and he tends to be able to make good use of his mobility once he's able to actually, because he can shoot twice or whatever the hell. He gets some things that give him bonus actions too. So let's just do that. Because right now I have a lot of my better soldiers tied up, and him I can afford to lose. Yeah, let's do that.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Alright, and I think we can keep scanning now. One stop to Oregon. Like, fuck this stream. Let's talk about Fraggle's Oregon Trail run. Maybe she's just making it up.
Our research was a success, Commander.
All right, the trooper autopsy's done, which gives me a thing I don't care about. But now basically we're grinding out breakthroughs on account of the fact that but this breakthrough is garbage. So I'm going to try and do this data pad, which will give me a little bit of intel, and hope that the next breakthrough that triggers isn't shit. But basically my scientists are kind of done for the rest of the game. They're not going to be too busy. Alright, we got the crystals, which is good. That means I should be able to buy whatever crap I need for the rest of the game without having to worry about that stuff. Or at least I will once I get the next batch of supplies. So, what are my next priorities on this layer? I would like to contact more regions. What's keeping me from doing that? I have 13 contacts, which I believe is the amount that I would need. No, I need more than that. But what's keeping me from contacting the regions is that all of them will take a hideous amount of intel, as I don't have enough supplies to build another radio relay. But I think I will slap this one down anyways, because it's instant.
We've managed to track the chosen hunter to this region.
And then we'll go to the... I think after this, I'll scan here for more intel.
Avenger plotting new course.
Critters and Zebed... Both critters and zebras drowned crossing the very last river in Oregon Trail. So who does that leave you with, Fraggle? Like, who's alive? Experimental ammo is done. I need to do some kind of project here. I guess I'll make more ammo. I wouldn't mind having another set of Talon rounds, for example. That way I could slap one on a Reaper and one on a on a Ranger, or have two Rangers. So I'll keep on grinding that out. Alright, so that was done, and no other breakthrough came up. So basically, fuck you to me. I'll just do another data pad. Should take 3 days, and we'll see if we can trigger another breakthrough. Some of the breakthroughs allow more damage and more upgrade slots on weapons, and that's really what I'm after. Okay. We have Increases all intel costs by 100%. Increases detection radius of all enemies. Both of those are a pain in the ass, but they're not deal breakers. And this one is a hidden event. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can reveal this now. I can. So let's reveal this now. Black market closed for 6 weeks. All of these are very annoying, but not deal breaking. The intel cost and the black market one together are kind of doomed, because at the end of the game you want to activate the black market. That's kind of how you buy the best upgrades and that kind of shit. So I'm leaning towards getting the opening the black market. Let's see what else we got. Recover item from the adventure. Hack the workstation. Hack the workstation does give me that that hack bonus that I like. This neutralize the field commander will not give me that. Maybe I can get another chance to get rid of the black market thing. I think I'm going to try and hack the workstation.
Setting course for Sector 4, Chile.
Wow, you made it to Oregon.
Commander.
And you and I survived. I'm surprised Lenny survived. It must be because there was no sexist running it. Alright. So, here we have our mission. We definitely want to bring W. See if we can stack another one of these hack upgrades. You can see he's got 103 hack, which is pretty good. Who else do we bring? Thrax isn't tired. He's at 56 out of 56, which probably means if I really need to, I can send him on the next mission immediately. So we're taking Thrax. It's been a while since I was able to take Fraggle. What's Fraggle up to? Yeah, Fraggle can come. That's good. She's a little bit more tired than Thrax, but whatever. I need Fraggle. She's good. Of my 2 Reapers, it looks like Bjorhan is a little bit less tired, so let's bring him instead of High Dude. They're both pretty much equal as far as I recall. Now, this is a pretty strong team right now. Who else can I bring? Maybe another scrub or 2, somebody that I wouldn't mind getting a couple rank ups. So Printer would work. And one more. Zebras is tired. I don't know from what. Maybe just being the worst. Zell and the Meat Pounder and Rook, Betulius, I'm kind of giving up on. They're kind of going to languish in the back ranks for the rest of the game, I think. They don't have enough potential that it's really worth grooming them up a little bit higher. If I really end up needing another Grenadier, I can always just pull one of these. And I have 2... One thing I don't have at all is a backup sharpshooter. Which means if Zebras dies, I'm just boned for sharpshooters for the rest of the game, basically. But I don't care about that enough to bring somebody who sucks on this mission. Really what I'm doing here is I'm stalling by just continuing to talk until I find a way to make this decision that I'm not doing a very good job of making. And I think I'm going to bring critters. Okay. Alrighty, so... First of all, we want to make sure everybody has their warsuits. Bringing critters is kind of going to suck. He doesn't even... I never even bought the best... wait, is the arc blade the best weapon? Let me see. No, I don't even have the best basic melee weapon for critters. Because I only upgraded the axe, because I only usually use one. One ranger, but shit happens. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Okay, so Skulljack. Nanomed kit for W. That's pretty much the end of that for him. Bjorhan has Face Eater, which is what I want him to have. I'm happy with Thrax's loadout. Fraggle. A bit of a choice to make here.
I think I'm going to give Fraggle the blaster launcher. I'm pretty sure... Let me check. Oop. Soldier abilities. Yeah, heavy weapons don't end her turn, which I think is a little bit better than giving it to Printer. Even though Printer has better range on his heavy weapons, Printer will be okay with a rocket launcher, whereas Fraggle will be slinging absolute mayhem. And I guess we'll give her an acid bomb. So she's got her frost bomb, she's got her acid bomb, she's got her blaster launcher. So pretty hideous loadout for her. That's all good, that's all good. And the only other decision we have is what to give Critters in terms of equipment. Well, let's give him blue screen rounds, so that at least he has like a kind of utility thing here. I can give him a plasma blaster, but I don't really like those. The plasma blaster fires this long, straight line of well, plasma. And I think it might... may also ignore some armor. The problem I have with it is that it's just nothing beside the Shred Storm Cannon. The Shred Storm Cannon has that nice cone where the Plasma Blaster is just a straight line. Plasma Blaster doesn't blow up cover, it doesn't fuck up armor, it's just not as good. So I think I'm just going to do the Rocket Launcher. Even though the Rocket Launcher is kind of a rudimentary, basic weapon, it's still solid. It, you know, blows stuff up. No problem with that. So I think we're going to call ourselves comfortable with this loadout, and we'll get going. Everybody's tired. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this stupid Chosen mission anytime soon. It seems like I got a lot of troops who are just dead. I could use one or two more. Solid troops, but shit happens. I expect everybody to congratulate Fraggle on her successful Oregon Trail run, which I don't know if I've ever actually done that. See, now I know I can't stream it because people will just be like, well, you're not going to do as good as Fraggle. She actually survived mostly, except for, you know, the half of the people that died. Alright, so we want W to hack this little workstation thing. And we're going to want to move as fast as we can because this is one of those annoying timed missions. And we will lead with our Reaper because that's the thing. There is a sit rep on this that lets me, if I want to, have everybody use the ability, an ability that lets them conceal themselves once. Which I don't anticipate being a huge deal, but you never know. It'll obviously be useful on the Reaper because it'll basically give him another free conceal. But past that, I'm less certain.
Moving as ordered.
All right. Burhan doesn't spot anything useful over there. W can try and hack this turret. Can also have just Fraggle just like blast it. And because I've moved Burhan up and only saw the turret, I think I'm going to not worry too much about everybody else's concealment here, and I'm just going to start blasting it away. So we'll start with Fraggle, and we'll see if she can hit. If she does, we'll get that marker, we'll get the armor off of it. And if not, which is what happened, she missed, which will reveal everybody. Boo-hoo. But what I can do to try and get the armor off of it now that Fraggle's missed is have Printer take a shot, because Printer's shots also shred. There we go. So that should set up a pretty easy follow-up for anybody else.
Moving to position.
W can hack the turret, and with his level of hacking ability, he could probably flip it, like make it on my side. But I'm going to save Haywire Protocol in case some nasty stuff happens later, rather than do that right now. Because it does have a cooldown, and I am on a certain number of turns until lockout on this particular map. So I'm not going to use that ability. Yeah, you know, who knows if a Sectopod shows up or any crap like that, and I want to stun it. Even an Andromedon. And I'll move Thrax. I'll double move Thrax as I do have people on Overwatch, and we'll go from there. Alright, we have Chosen this map. Now, I believe Chosen being on the map means the alien ruler won't show up. So I don't have to worry about that Archon King here. I don't have the Skirmisher here. But this guy, I mean, at this point in the game, the Chosen are not the threat they once were. He's got 40 health and 2 armor and some attacks that can, you know, stun. So I will not spread people out too much in case anybody gets kidnapped. Rest in peace, Ymir. But other than that, I'm just going to keep on pressing forward on this objective. Alright.
I go where you tell me.
Lordship is asking, how do you sign up to have a soldier named after you? You basically just did. I kind of tried to make it a priority to name troops after people who showed up for the streams. And then I got through all those people, and then Bjorhan was whining on the forums like a week ago, or no, not even, probably like a month ago at this point, about not having a trooper, so I was like, okay, I'll do you next. But my next trooper, I think there's somebody else I said. I think it might have been Starbuck I said I'd make into a troop as well. But I'll even try and get one of those, or both of those done. Oh, it was a Squeegee? See, there you go. Okay, so I'll try and make a Squeegee, a Starbuck, and a Lordship today. I think I have enough troops. If I do all 3 of you, one of you is going to be a shitty backbencher for sure. But whatever, bite me. Shit happens. Alright. I'm just trying to look and see what I can do about these guys over here. So... it's tempting to use my blaster bomb here, because it'll let me get the drop on these guys, hurt them pretty damn bad, and also let me keep pressure, like speed, on moving up towards the objective. Or I could have Printer do it with his rocket launcher. I'm just going to scope out what the hack on this turret looks like. 73% chance of taking control of it is pretty good. 100% chance to disable it. These things aren't a big deal, but they are solid distractions. Like, they'll just sit up on top of that train and soak fire for me for if I need them to. So I may move W up and hack it this turn. I think I'm just... since I do have the Chosen prowling around, I think I'm just going to go ahead and blast these guys with Fraggle and go from there. Alright, so they blow up from the blaster bomb, and then the car beside it blows up as well. So that's a nice chunk of damage for those guys. So it looks like an officer and a shield bearer. The shield bearer immediately runs through fire, so that's not terribly clever.
Seems doable.
Thrax, as always, is extra Australian. It looks like I'm not in any threat from anybody, any other aliens becoming active, so I'll use Thrax as my forward position. Where's my Reaper? What did I do with my Reaper? Did I double move? I guess I did. I guess I double moved with my Reaper. Fine. That's just fine.
On your order.
Let's see if W can do this. I wouldn't mind him getting a rank up. Alright, so that's good.
Target eliminated.
Now, my Reaper has, Birhan has spotted the turret over here. So it'll give me those handy little markers if I'm about to get revealed by anything. So I'll just move everybody else up, put them into Overwatch, and we'll see how it goes when we pop the other guy's turn.
I'll comply for now.
Alright. And starting next turn, we'll see what the Chosen does. Starting next turn, we're going to want to bust a move towards that objective. Because it was a little bit of dicking around killing those guys this turn. Alright, so the Chosen turns around. He does his grapple hook to get, looks like he's going on top of that train, which is right where the objective is. Which is fine. I mean, two birds with one stone kind of thing. I mean, I'm going to the objective anyway, so might as well take care of him while I'm there. And he doesn't do anything else of note.
As you order, Commander.
Let's see. Doesn't look like Frago can get close enough. I think I'm going to move W up and see if he can hack the turret.
Making new friends.
73% chance to hack it, and it's just kind of cool and fun. So that's really my motivation here. We'll see how it goes. And he barely does it, so that's good. So for the next 2, 3, 4 turns, I don't know exactly how long it is, that turret will be my buddy instead of the aliens. And the other thing that'll do is it'll immediately give me a spotter up there for any aliens that are around it. And it doesn't look like there are any. But I think, yeah, it does get actions this turn if I need them. So I can put it into Overwatch and kind of cover myself for when the Chosen runs in. I believe it's the Warlock that's immune to Overwatch shots, not the Hunter. Birhan's getting really close up here.
Objective in range.
If I really need to, I can have Birhan hack that instead of W. He does have hacking ability, it's just less than ideal to use him for it because he doesn't have as good of a chance of getting bonus objectives done. But I don't see things going that sideways. Really what I want to do is move everybody up. And I'll do double moves because whatever, I have that that turret up there kind of spotting for me, so I don't really need to dick around doing half moves and then Overwatch. I don't think this thing can do Overwatch. If something wanders in now, it'll be engaged with the turret rather than anything I care about. Alright, we got an Andromedon and a Muton on the other side of the train. Now the Andromedons move, they bust up cover. So, less than ideal place for them to be, but I can deal with it. So there was an Overwatch shot there which missed. I could probably just freeze the Andromedon with the Fraggle and deal with the rest of it. The Hunter does a grapple again, so he's getting closer to the train. Now he's going to Tracking Shot Mark, which is his mostly useless ability, where he does like a heavily damaging shot if you don't move. But he marked the... oh, there's a... Hello. I guess these guys haven't been activated yet. There's two Spectres and an Archon hanging out on the other side of this train, so I'll have to watch for them. The Tracking Shot Mark is kind of amusing here because usually you can just easily move out of the way, but that's a turret, and obviously a turret can't move. So turret's probably going to get fucked up pretty bad, but I don't care, so whatever. Did he hide inside something that explodes? He was like up here, right? I'm gonna try and remote start that.
Watch closely.
Won't reveal anyways. I'm pretty sure he was up there. I wonder if the tracking mark is still there. I think the tracking mark got cleared because I blew him up over there. I'm pretty sure he was over there. So let's deal with the Andromedon and the Muton this turn. Since they are jerks. And I'll worry about the Chosen next turn. So, what I don't want to do is move into range of the other nasty guys I spotted over here. So, I think Fraggle's safe to move here. Not sure if I want her to, though.
I'm coming for you.
I think with Thrax's damage output, I can move him right here and just murder this Andromedon despite its armor. With rapid fire. I'm gonna do that. Of course, he doesn't get a critical, so that's no help. No criticals. Well, turns out I was wrong. I was wrong about everything. So what are our next options? Well, can always freeze the Andromedon. That's kind of in the back of my head here. It doesn't look like I can get an easy rocket shot there without blowing up stuff I don't really want to blow up. Wait, Critters has the axe? Oh, oh, I see. Huh. I didn't know that. Huh. No. He doesn't have an axe. Does he? Huh. So the axes are unique. And I thought they were upgraded from one to the other, but it turns out you can have both of them at once. So Thrax has one axe and Critters has the other. I didn't realize that. Doesn't matter too much right now, but it's interesting. I can freeze the Andromedon, which I think I might have to do, just to be sure that I can get these kills in. But let's see what happens if I move Critters over here and make a shot at this Muton, because he has a solid chance of getting a critical. No criticals. Rangers are underperforming this turn. I don't care about the Stun Lancer. What I don't want to do is use the Stun Lance, as it will get him molested by the Muton. It has counter ability for melee attacks. Alright, I just got Fraggle, Printer, and W left. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze the Andromedon.
Grenade!
And then with that done, I can have Fraggle try and finish off the Muton without moving. Which does work out. Now, I don't want to kill the Andromedon because I'm pretty sure it will break out of the freeze if I take it to the second life it has. So, oh, look at that distraction. Squad recovers all action points already spent this turn. That's pretty phenomenal. And W will probably be able to make that hack. So that's in my back pocket if anything goes at all sideways here, which I don't anticipate it doing too much. Really, I'm just gonna I think I'll just put Printer into Overwatch over here, and move W towards the objective, because he does want to hack it. All right, so I'll put Printer into Overwatch. We'll put the turret into Overwatch. We'll wait out this Andromedon. We'll kill it next turn, and go from there.
Time to make my mark.
Alright, so the hunter takes his shot at the turret. He hits it, does a little bit of damage, and removes its overwatch, and then he grapples away. And then he runs back towards the area he grappled away from. That's AI for you. Karen Walker is still frozen, so for those of you wondering about this random-ass civilian, still frozen. I'm seeing if I can get everybody with this claymore here. Doesn't look like I can. Whatever. Worry about the Andromedon first. Damn thing is frozen, and Fraggle still only has like a 50% chance. Whatever. Let's move Fraggle over here. We'll have her mark and shred the Andromedon. Probably kill it. No. Alright. Thrax, I might have kill the Andromedon. He needs to reload though, so I'll do that first. Reload and blast at the face. When the Andromedon dies, it drops loot, which I'll immediately pick up.
What am I doing with these?
I'll move Thrax away so that if for some reason this Andromedon survives the turn and runs towards Thrax, he does trigger the extra shot from, yeah, thing, whatever it's called. Blade Master. Let's see how far I can move W without necessarily triggering this other group of aliens. It looks like I can go here without getting molested, so let's do that.
Solid copy.
It's a double move, but it puts him in range of hacking the objective next turn. So he's successfully wormed his way to where I want him. Looks like the only things I have to worry about now are hacking the objective, killing this Chosen, and this other group on the other side of this, the group on the other side of the train. Actually, I might lose the hack on the turret soon. I don't actually know when that will happen. So, that's a little bit sucky. Might have to finish the Andromedon off with this trooper, or the Lancer, because it looks like it'll take overdrive for Printer to get there in time for sure. And he misses with an 85% chance anyways, so it looks like I'm shit out of luck. I don't want to waste a grenade on this. It doesn't look like he can get in range without using overdrive, so I have to move Printer in with overdrive and then shoot him in the face. So let's do that. At least this way Printer gets the kill. He can use it.
I hope you know where I'm going.
And I'll move him right beside on the assumption that he's capable of actually killing it. Being beside it. And it does have a marker too, so it should be good. There we go. And the unconscious, or the dead Andromedon corpse falls onto this random frozen civilian lady. So that's hard news for her. First there's an alien invasion, then she's randomly frozen by some resistance fighters, and then a gigantic corpse falls on her. And let's see if I can get Birhan in a better position to spot these other aliens. I don't know if they're going to move. I think I'll take my chances and put him over here. Alright, and we'll see how the next turn looks.
Come get some.
The most dangerous game? Hardly.
Alright, so.
Detecting infiltration.
Recover a small cache of supplies. So, nobody cares. But whatever, I'll do that. I'll do that anyways. Okay, so that takes care of the objective. We just have this one remaining pod of aliens and the Chosen to worry about now. Now let's see what odds W has to hack this thing that gives everybody their actions back. 100% chance. So I'm going to bull rush these 3 aliens, shoot the shit out of them, and then refund my actions and kill everybody with what's left of those, which should work because I'll have basically 2 sets of full actions to use. And then that'll just leave me the Chosen, and I think I'll save my use of the Banish ability for when the Chosen shows up, and from there it's all gravy. So first of all, let's see if Printer... I don't know if Conceal takes an action. Oh well. We're never gonna know. Printer can't get close enough as it is. W, I need to trigger that thing.
Okay.
Actually, I might need both actions here.
Guess that'll be okay.
Yeah, Fraggle doesn't quite have the range to take out those guys.
Nah problem, boss.
Alright, I'm going to move Printer up and trigger them and see where they run.
I feel light on my feet.
You cannot run.
Alright, they kind of spread out, which is less than ideal. So I'll move everybody up.
If you say so.
I can handle that.
I'll leave this here.
And see if I can do anything with remote start. Doesn't look like I can. I'll have him mark this fella. We get a little bit of damage there, and there's also that claymore right there. Now, are we out of actions? Not quite yet. It's a little surprising that this turret has a 35% chance to hit the Archon. The Archon is right the fuck there. Whatever. We'll have the turret blow up the Claymore, which may take out the cover on the Spectre. Turrets get to shoot twice. Now that the cover's gone, I can hopefully kill the Spectre. Okay, 1 down. Now,
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
W can hack this and give everybody their actions back, which is just crazy. And then we'll kill everything. I'm not sure if W himself counts.
System. We're in.
He does. So basically I get a free turn now. Which is why I was kind of aggressive with how I moved with those aliens. Now, what we're going to do with that turn, I think first thing, is we'll move Printer over here and start blowing these guys up. They are kind of close to each other, and Printer has a large blast radius on his rocket launcher. And That seems like a good move to me. Can I get all of them? It looks like I can. I can blow the absolute shit out of this train. And also I'm going to blow up the turret, which I'm actually okay with because I'm assuming it's going to flip to the alien control again sometime soon. So if I shoot right here, it looks like... right here? Just want to be careful here. That looks good. If I shoot it right there, I will be hitting all of the aliens. Come on. Come on. I'll be hitting all of the aliens, blowing up all their cover, and also blowing up the cover underneath the turret, which will kill it, which will prevent it from flipping to the alien side. So let's do that. Okay. So now they're kind of sitting out in the open. W's action I'd like to save if I can, because he's in a good position to Overwatch shoot Chosen if he happens to wander into the area from the other side. So, Fraggle needs to reload, Fraggle needs to move up. We're doing both those things. Thrax is kind of far away and can't get a terribly good shot from where he is, unless he goes up on the roof and makes a really long-range shot at the Archon. And I think I'm comfortable doing that. I don't think anything's going to capitalize on him being out in the open until next turn. It's only a 52% chance, but whatever. There we go. There's the criticals he was missing out on from earlier. So there goes the Archon. He gets his free move, so I'll use that to duck behind the train. Bjorn. Who have I got? Critters. Bjorn. You know what I can do? Maybe don't run through the fire. Maybe don't run through the fire. Maybe don't run through the fire.
Confirmed.
There. Don't run through the fire. We'll have Critters kill the Spectre with his axe.
Hostiles pacified.
You should see the swords my sister carries around.
Well, I guess he doesn't have the ability where he gets a free move after he kills something. Not a huge deal, but whatever.
Reposition.
Alright, Bjorn, I'm going to set up to use Banish on the Chosen, which means I'll need to reload his gun. W, I need to reload and set him up with his Overwatch shot. And this doofus trooper, I'll just get behind some cover over here. I believe the Hunter is the only thing I have left on this map to worry about, so he is going to have a bad time when he starts fighting everybody at once. Alright, so he turns out he was over here. I thought he was further on this side. But, whatever. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run with Thrax. I think I can run right out into the open, because I'm assuming I'm going to kill him this turn.
Whatever you say.
With Thrax, we are going to use the Shredstorm Cannon to get rid of his cover and armor. And that should set up Bjorn, I think, probably to just fucking kill him. We'll move over here.
I am on the move.
And we will Banish. So he's going to take 7 shots at this guy. Banish is a stupid ability.
Try that again, Reaper. I dare you.
So first hit. Yeah, sometimes it does that, just kind of.
Double or nothing. Decent, but not good enough. Lucky shot, Reaper.
He keeps on. I guess he has a voice trigger every time he gets hit. So when he gets hit 6 times, he just immediately dies and then talks to himself for a while.
I'll make sure to give it my all next time.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Towards the end of the game,
Excellent
the
work.
Chosen just kind of dick
We may
around and
not have put them down
don't
for
matter too
good,
much.
But at the very least, we've held.
Killed Thalmor yet? No, I have not. Everybody has survived so far this stream. But I'm doing a hard mission soon, so maybe that'll keep being the case. I don't fucking know. So there's the retaliation mission set up. There's the Guerrilla mission's done. I might have a supply mission, but that's should be it in terms of those of things that trigger that require me to act.
Continue to bolster the resistance movement across the
All staff in the
globe.
infirmary, low intel. I know about both those things. That's fine. I don't want those right now. What I do want is more intel. So let's continue scanning here.
Avenger plotting new course.
And the longer we get away with this without having another mission come up, the less tired everybody's going to be. Let's pick up Soulfire. And let's make one of these troopers. Okay, so I said Squeegee, Lordship, and someone else I think I said I was going to make into a trooper at some point. Oh, Starbuck. And I think I might have got them in that order. So let's make Squeegee, and then with this Psi operative. Oh, handsome looking fella. Alright, so when I think of how am I spelling this right? When I think of a Squeegee, I think of a dirty gas station. Whoa, that's not right. Do I gotta look that up? I think I might have to look that up, because apparently I don't know how to fucking spell that at all. Certainly doesn't look right. Oh, there's two E's. That would do it. So... I don't know if I used that one already. It's just one of my go-to things that I like to say. A little laid back.
J'y vais. Bien sûr, je bouge. Molto bene.
Molto bene.
All'ordine. En marcha.
I don't mind the idea of mixing this up a little with some other languages.
Reçu 5 sur 5. Bien reçu, je bouge. Je fonce. J'y suis déjà. Reçu 5 sur 5.
Yes.
Je confirme la position.
Yeah, je confirme la position. Excellent. That's exactly what I was trying to say. But let's make him... What's the least... Let's make him... I'm trying to think. What's not like France? Japan. He's Japanese Frenchman. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. Okay. And I think the psyops have these weird purple eyes that you can't get rid of. Which, whatever. I'm fine with it, I guess. Let's make him into Hulk Hogan. I'm not sure if you're allowed to change his hair color. Oh, you are. That looks sort of like a human being. I'm okay with these cornrows. They make him look like an idiot. Race number 3. Oh, I'm all about race number 3. I do love me some double goggles. I think I did double goggles on Luke and then he died. So I would like to bring back my double goggles. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's the thing that's happening. This is not a dream. I think with facial hair like that, you gotta have a cigar. That's good. Body. Let's do teal. And purple. He's a handsome boy. Actually, let's do like red to match his beard. Armor pattern. Yeah, get some camo on that bitch. Hell yeah. Get some camo on that bitch. Absolutely. I think I'm okay with this. He looks like an idiot. This is good. Fraggle is trying to ping me for some reason. There you go. There's Dirty Squeegee because our gas station. I won't be using him just yet. But once I finish his training, he'll be pretty solid. Might take him on the last mission. Do I want to build anything here? I gotta build this fucking shadow chamber, which means I need to buy power. Did I not buy an Illyrium conduit on either of these? That would explain why I have no fucking power. This one already has a conduit, so throw on here. That should take care of that power problem enough that I can build a shadow chamber, which is my next objective. In terms of where I would like that to be placed, I'm okay with it going here, I think.
Shadow chamber construction initiated.
I might need another resistance comms, but I can't build it right now as I have no supplies, so... Keep scanning.
Our actions have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful. If there are orders you would have us follow, Commander, tell us what must be.
Alright. So we don't want to send anybody I want to take for the next mission here. I want to get this done with people I can afford to have gone. I can finish the hunter search here for a mobility. I might do that with just Monks. He'd be super mobile. I'm okay with that. And then I'll send this other scrub here. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I don't think I want to take Mox on these Chosen Assault. But I do want to get those Chosen Assaults prepared. So, I don't need an engineer terribly badly at the Proving Ground. I'm pretty much caught up on all of my projects, and I have a lot of the abilities that make the projects finish instantly if I really want them to. So I'm going to take the engineer off that, put it on building the Shadow Chamber faster. Because the Shadow Chamber does have some independent use. Once I finish this intel, if nothing comes up, I might take a look and see who's injured to go into that chosen mission. Still waiting on some useful breakthroughs. I feel like there's a lot I haven't finished yet.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Take it as a compliment. I'm doing whatever I can to slow you down.
Alright, so they delay covert actions by a week, which is pretty harsh. Basically, this is going to take 14 days, so it's a good thing I didn't lock anybody useful into that. He's going to be gone for a long-ass time. Alright. Not now. So, that's done. Let's look and see who's ready. If I can field a good team, I'm going to go ahead and do one of those chosen missions right now. Alright. Thrax and Moon are ready. That's good. W is ready. I could bring High Dude, but not also Burhan. I think I'm okay with that. But Fraggle's tired for 3 more days, and I would want to take Fraggle. So 3 more days. If nothing comes up in 3 days, we'll go do it. And in the meantime, let's go. I think we're just going to scan for intel. I think we're just going to scan for intel.
At least win a few of these little battles. The elders wouldn't have wasted this much time if you were completely inept.
We completed our research in remarkable time, Commander. I am ready to begin on your order.
Oh, a lot of these caches. Jesus.
Eager to begin, Commander.
Alright. I'll pick up Insanity. Really, I want every one of these abilities, so it doesn't really matter which one I pick. Call that 1 day. So, AP rounds. Do I not have idle staff at the Proving Ground? Can I build a powered weapon? No, I can't. Why not? No supplies. Okay. Screw it. I'll just wait. I think by the time this is done, Fraggle will be better. Probably. And here comes a supply raid, so no luck.
Setting course for the East African sector.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Alright. So let's take good people... Dirty, squeegee gas station. Excellent. I'm happy with this. Your hand's less tired than Hi Dude. Zebras is finally ready. I'll take Moon, but not Thrax, because Moon is ready, and Thrax still has a little bit of tiredness to recover. Fraggle's good. Critters is good. And I don't have a specialist yet. So let's take W. As long as nobody gets tired from this mission by itself, I should be able to still do the Chosen Assault. Alright. Face Eater, that's good. Zebras. Do I make Armored Hill? Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. She looks terrible in that. Whatever. Where is my blaster launcher? I should have at least the Shred Storm Cannon. Okay, here it is. So, I think the rocket launcher is good enough for Zebras on account of her being scum. We'll give the Dragon rounds to Moon. We'll give Venom rounds to Zebras. Fraggle still has her set up from the last mission. Critters can get all the good stuff that I pulled off of Thrax. Be basically equivalent to him. And looks like W is still set up from last mission as well. Do I have a second Shred Storm and or... No, I don't. Fuck it. Alright, good enough. Let's go.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the park. 5x5.
Yeah, I'm noticing the stream is lagging farther behind me in real time than usual. I'm just looking up at the... I have it open on my computer as well, and it's pretty far behind relative to where I am. So, greetings from the future. Everything in the future is even worse than the present, actually. Which you might have thought would be hard to pull off, but yeah, things are bad. Things are bad. I don't need to tell you things are bad. The dollar buys a nickel's worth, banks are going bust, and I forget the rest of that quote. Alright, this mission's going to be a tedious piece of shit, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's got Lost in it, and the Lost are just a friggin' joke at this point. I'm not sure if I have that headshot ability. I'll see. And then this is the one where they tag the boxes and try to lift them away. But they won't activate until I do have Between the Eyes. So, yeah, this is just going to be mostly tedious. Although famous last words, it may be the case that this ends up being very hard. I mean, the last mission I had that was super hard, I think was similar to this one. It's where that sectopod showed up and then everything became a goddamn nightmare. So probably I should just shut my mouth and stop being so cocky.
Moving out.
I think it's my job to shut my mouth and look good, only without the looking good part. Alright. Anyways, I want to get this nonsense over with, so I'm just gonna run.
I'll go quickly.
everybody. I don't see anybody even spotting me yet, so whatever. Is there some way I can get out of this building without making
No
noise?
need to ask twice.
I certainly hope so.
Got it.
I'm all over it. Dig it in.
Scanning.
I will reposition.
Nothing. Where's all my friendos?
My life is in your hands.
Calling all friendos. No friendos.
A good decision.
It's telling me that some of these moves will reveal me, but to who? Nobody's around. Which probably just means everybody's going to be concentrated on the part of the map I do find, and they're going to just, you know, eat my face and hand it back to me. Alright, here we got something at least. Looks like a couple Archons. So I guess we'll set up for that with critters.
Let's do this. Holding.
Doot.
Got it covered.
Come on, move. Let's party. Let's party. Come on. Come on. Actually, I guess I don't really want to party with these guys because it'll start them marking the boxes, and I don't even know where the fuck the boxes are. They're super far away, and there's 12 of them. They're going to be spread out, so. And then maybe a Chosen shows up, so you know. Seriously? Still nothing? I don't spot a single thing? Ugh. Alright.
Moving out.
Moon's movement range is pretty good. I like it. This decision I made early in the game to slap the PCS on her that gives her +3 movement. Pretty happy with that decision. It's really hard to even measure how much I've benefited from that since the start of the game, because she's been tearing stuff up since the get-go. It's probably saved me at least 2 other people. Finally somebody can actually see an alien. That's Fraggle. Let's put everybody in Overwatch.
Moving to
Eyes are moving to Overwatch. I will always find you.
Alright. So 2 Archons and a Spectre. That's a respectable pod in terms of annoyance and the difficulty to damage, but not too much to worry about in terms of their ability to kill me. I don't think I can mark these without revealing. So.
Can never escape my sight.
Alright, just some Lost over here. Lost over here, Andromedon over here, and a Purifier and some other nonsense. So we're starting to get a picture of how the map is looking. I can remote start this, but it will blow up just some Lost and make a bunch of noise, so I don't have any interest in doing that right now. What I want to be doing instead is setting up for an ambush on these guys and putting everybody else in range. Okay, so let's do that.
Agreed.
One wonders how much of a advantage Zebras is going to have from this angle. It looks like she's going to be mostly blocked by this structure here. But I'm going to do it anyways because I'm a stupid person. Alright, we got another Lost over here, chilling by a propane tank.
Heading out.
Understood. Moving out.
Is that everyone? That's everybody except for W. And Overwatch for everybody.
I'll maintain my watch.
Overwatch. My turn on watch. Affirmative. Holding position.
I don't anticipate them spotting me this turn, but if they do, there's going to be a lot of just miscellaneous fire.
You will never hide from me.
Alright, so Lost activate, but because they don't see me, they go straight for the aliens. The aliens respond to that. They wake up. They scatter. That one fella moved super far back, which might end up being a problem for me. But it doesn't look like they're ready to start firing at each other yet. Well, never mind. And the other aliens also activate in response to these Lost. And they'll probably move over a little bit closer to them. These Lost are going to get shredded to pieces, though. Just absolutely destroyed. I'm surprised he actually managed to do 1 damage against something so heavily armored. Alright. So, do we begin, is the question. When I do reveal, they're going to start marking crates. Let's see, remote start doesn't help me. I could throw the Claymore here and start wailing on this Andromedon. It's tempting to just blow the hell out of these two. Once with the Claymore and once with the... like a blaster bomb or something. But let's survey first. I'm not unhappy with this as a first move. I think I'm gonna trigger everybody and make what I can of this. But I'm gonna start by freezing these two Archons so that I've got a turn to dick around. That'll give me lots of time to kill the Andromedon. And another time to move everybody up and into the area. But also keep the noise to a dull roar so I don't get immediately swarmed with Lost. Critters can move over here, which is a pretty good place to be, I think. And take a nice shot at that Spectre. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, we got more Lost over here. So, can we shoot any Lost 100%? If so, we probably want to do that. So we'll get rid of one.
Taken care of.
98% I think I'm comfortable with.
Enemies down.
And then we can take a shot at our Spectre friend here. I think I'll save the axe. No critical, so he's still got a ways to go before he goes. I might be able to finish him off with Moon, though. Ah, here we go. Now we're in business. So Zebras can get a shot here. 6 damage. Nothing to write home about. But enough that I can get Moon in there to finish off the Spectre. We'll put Moon into parry. And of course, we get her focus, which is good. And that wakes up this one Lost for some reason. I don't know how he was chilling by himself over there, but he was. Alright, so. Zebras looks like can only really make shots against the Frozen Archons or this Purifier that's all the way over here. I'm not afraid of the Lost. The Lost kind of suck at this point in the game. So I think I'm going to risk the annoyance of blowing a lot of things up. And just go right ahead here. Slap this Claymore onto this group over here. And have Fraggle use her second action to Blaster Bomb the absolute hell out of the Andromedon and the Purifier and this whack of Lost here. That way I don't have to worry about chasing too many numpties down for supply boxes, because everybody's going to be dead.
Targets eliminated.
Okay, so that does bring in some Lost, which I was expecting. A fair amount of them, but I'm not too worried about that. One of them runs too close to critters and takes a swipe from a axe, which misses. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do Banish on the Andromedon.
You are leaving.
Alright, so he pops open. Did you just do what I think you did? I hope you didn't.
We are known to them.
Alright, that's an interesting little choice he made. So... Yeah, that's an interesting little choice he made. So it looks like what he decided to do was kill the first form of the Andromedon, and then for some reason start firing at the Archon, and then go back to the Andromedon. So that's not ideal, and kind of screws me up. We'll see what we can make of it. This trooper has a pretty good chance to blow up the Purifier. I'm going to try that. There. Get out of here. Here looks like an okay place for zebras to be. And this is why I wasn't terribly concerned about alerting all of these Lost. Because Zebra still has her action, she's fairly accurate, and her pistol will one-shot these guys. So she can just kind of run wild.
I got it, right? That's it. I definitely got that one.
Yeah, I'm with Fraggle on this. Critters apparently doesn't know what Oregon Trail is. So he's now an invalid human being for, let's say, the next 30 minutes.
Got it covered.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you gotta know what Oregon Trail is to be a human. So obviously you are some kind of husk. I'm not too sure W can get close enough to hack that Andromedon if I really want to. Oh, he can. Might be able to take control of it. We'll see. I don't want it to take a swipe at High Dude. I think it was High Dude I brought up here, man. They're basically functionally equivalent. 100% chance to stun. I'm going to do that just to mitigate some of this potential damage. And good thing I decided to, because the hack rolled like 3%. The damn thing should be dead. I'm not happy with that way that banish procced, but whatever. So that thing's stunned. There's an Archon over here that's frozen. There's some lost that are kind of just all over the map, but I don't think they're anywhere where they can do too much damage. And then on the other side there was an officer who like ran the hell away earlier.
Advent has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If we move quickly, we may be able to mark them for ourselves and prevent their airlift.
So he takes a shot at my Reaper and misses. Some Lost are getting closer. Here come a bunch of them. Critters is going to try and cut them all down with Blade Master. I think Moon also has a parry on as well. So Zebras, being Zebras, shoots at one of the Lost, misses, detonates a truck, destroying one of the mission objectives as well as making a bunch of noise and attracting more Lost. Critters is missing like absolutely crazy with his axe. So this isn't going to like impact anything. You can lose as many crates as you want. It just impacts how much supply you get. But it certainly is annoying. So here come more Lost as a result of Zebras making all that noise. I could have gone about this mission a lot cleaner, but I just really hate these Lost missions and wanted it to be over.
Give me time to reload.
Yeah, look at all these wankers. Dude, clean up some of this mess. Zebras and Moon should be able to do a lot of it too. .97 I think I'm comfortable with. Those ones being farther away are going to be harder for me to get shots at, so might as well. 94, I'm not going to fuck with. And we'll see if he can put down this Andromedon himself. Yeah, he does.
Who can give me a resupply?
And I'll move this guy, this elite trooper, a little bit out of cover because I don't care if he gets hurt. And I'll make this 75% chance shot against this Lost. And if he manages to do it, which he does, we'll try again against this other one. And he misses. That's fine. He's kind of my decoy. And what can Moon do with her pistol? Clean up Critters' mistake. I still have this Archon to kill, so I don't want to forget about that. The other one's dead. It just doesn't look like he's dead because it kind of glitched out when I did the banish. Sometimes that move seems to just visually mess the game up. Like opening up with Fraggle here because between the freeze and the mark, this guy should be very easy to hit. And 100% chances, I think freeze might also, but 100% chances to hit negate their ability to dodge things.
On the move.
I'm comfortable with Critters being this far up by himself, as he has Blade Storm to get free shots on those Lost if they try and hit him anyways. W doesn't look like he can do too much of use where he is currently, so I think I'll move him up beside his buddy Fraggle, which if I'm not mistaken, gives him a aim bonus anyways, and see if he can finish off the Archon. And he cannot. Moves Moon over here. Takes some pistol shots. Ooh, 96. That's not the best. Considering it's like basically point blank. But I thought she'd have better. 90s too. Yuck. And for my last trick, I'm gonna make me a Moon clone. Just a matter of where. Here looks good.
The spirits will aid me.
Alrighty, so Moon clone. I wonder if clones can mark these. Whatever. And I get right up in his face. Okay, so there's more Lost chilling over here in this little warehouse. But they're only near this fake moon, so I don't really care. I do like their animation for falling, where they just like fall completely prone. And I'll have her parry though. So Zebras. Looks like it falls on Zebras to kill the Archon before he gets an action. So I'll just move her up here and pistol snipe that thing in the head.
If you say so.
And that'll be the end of my turn. So they have some Lost and this one trooper ready to act. They are going to pull 2 of these crates. I didn't really think they were worth messing around with. They're just full of supplies, and I don't really need supplies at this point in the game really not that bad, so I figured it's better to just clean up these aliens and finish this mission fast before more Lost show up. More Lost showing up is really going to delay my ability to finish the mission and thus rescue the crates anyways. So there's something to be said for finishing the mission rather than dicking around chasing the crates for like 4 turns. Especially when you have a threat of Lost showing up in the meantime. Alright, so one of the Lost wanders over to Critters and gets a face full of axe. I think another couple of them went over to the Moon clone, but they don't get a turn anyways, it looks like. I think Moon clone, does Moon clone have a pistol? I guess Moon clone doesn't have a pistol. So I think I'll have her kill this Advent guy.
Another victim of the false gods.
And that causes her to stop existing. So I guess that's how that works. I don't really know what makes the clones, or what impacts their life. Real Moon only has a 70% chance here, but she does kill it. I think these might be the last enemies on the map. But she misses the other one.
I have to focus.
Who do we have that can get in there and get some visual sight? Shadow gives a bonus to movement, so I'm going to throw Shadow on and move in and see maybe if I can get like a squad sight sniper round in there or something. See if it's possible to end this turn, or at least get rid of these lost.
I have sight beyond vision.
Alright. So there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Which is probably a little bit much for Zebras to handle. She got a 68% chance to kill that one. I'm going to try, because it is the farthest one away. Okay, so she gets rid of it. So now I got these 2.
I guess that'll be okay.
And I'm going to go full Rambo, run her to cover. I don't really care. Fraggle's way too far away. Looks like I can get a shot with critters from here at least one of them. Aha, it is 2 after all. So I'll take the 100% chance shot for sure. And with his other action, let's see what the axe looks like. 100% chance. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? That won't kill him. Headshot only applies to... Oh, it does. It does apply to axe shots. Never mind. I'm dumb. Okay, so that's all the enemies that were visible on the map. The mission has not ended, so there are more somewhere. We might get like a hearing marker that'll indicate where they might be at the end of this turn, but for now I'm just going to move everybody together, and I guess I'll mark this crate.
We're picking up a steady signal from the transponder. Firebrand is on
Put some
route
people
to
in
make the
Overwatch
pickup.
and kind of go from there.
They're moving as quickly as they can to get those
Yeah, I don't
crates.
think I'm going to be
If
marking
we want
that
our
shit.
share, we'll have to move just as fast.
And there's some lost over here. When they move, it looks like Critters is going to get a shot, but he misses. Which sucks. I might need his ammo to get this finished. Move closer. Move closer. Come on. Get at me, dog. Get at me, dog. Oh, I see an Archon or 2 over there.
Firebrand
So I
is
guess that's
on
where the
deck
rest of
for
the,
recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
Guess that's where the rest of the enemies are.
Move into position. This is the shot we've been waiting for.
Oh shit. That is not the normal Archon. That is the Archon King.
Looks like one of them came back for more. Let's make sure to take it out this time.
Well, this kind of takes precedence over anything else right now. Who can actually hit it? Moon can get pretty close. And then she could parry if I needed her to. I'm gonna try that. We'll save Critters for later. He does not have much health, but his positioning is pretty sucky.
Grab one of our people. Don't let it take him.
Critters has a pretty bad chance to hit. And Moon is gonna get fucking wailed on if I don't get something or somebody over there. Who have I got? Doesn't look like Zebras has a line of sight because she's on the other side of this fucking building. Don't think this will trigger him getting his reaction. Let's see.
Target down. Burn it through ammo fast.
That one might, though, because he would have to reload to get another shot. Really, I have an Archon and the Archon King that can actually take actions. I'm not worried about the Archon. I think what I will want to do... Overwatch? Overwatch from what?
Moving as ordered. Hiding is over.
We'll see. High Dude has a decent chance to hit the Archon King. I'm going to try and do that, because I think that drops Moon if he does succeed. And also it'll put a marker on him. Okay, so he does. He drops Moon. I'm not sure if Moon takes damage from that. And he doesn't even get revealed, so good news for everybody. Now he goes and chills on top of this building. I wonder if you can shoot this Shredstorm cannon up. Ying. That looks like it's gonna work. Hard to be sure. He only has 9 health, so it has a solid chance of killing him if it does hit. Let's try that. 8, so not enough. He's got 1 fucking health left, and I might not be able to kill him. Can Zebras reach with a rocket launcher? Looks like she can. Looks like she can. Come on. Okay, so that'll take care of him. Get the fuck out of here.
Some, but not enough to handle us. Good work out there, people.
I am eager to begin examining the subject as soon as we can get it back to the lab. We might as well take advantage of Dr. Valen's existing experiments, as I have no intention of trying to replicate them myself.
So that was less than ideal in terms of where he showed up geographically, but luckily I'd shorn so much health off of him the first time he showed up that it was pretty painless to get rid of him. Who can Fraggle give an action to? W. That's not terribly useful, but it might be useful the other way around.
Heading out.
I'd rather not blow anything else up and bring more loss down at the end of their turn. That's just going to be unpleasant for everybody. But I might be able to get a nice Overwatch shot in here, so I might as well try. This guy I'll leave out in the open because I don't care if he dies. I didn't bother to mark this crate, so they're going to pick it up. And that one as well. Shit happens. I think it's just this one Archon. They might have more Lost coming in, though. Alright, so the Archon goes. Fraggle takes her reaction shot, misses, but does put a marker on him. He wanders right up to Moon, who I think still has her parry active. Yep, so when he tries to whack her, she just parries it. And the Lost, luckily, are 1 turn away, which means I suspect that if I murder this annoying bastard this turn, I won't have to worry about any of them. Do I have anybody close enough to conceivably make a kill that could use the experience? Critters. I would prefer to make this kill with critters. So let's. We'll start with a rend, I think. Now these things can dodge, so I'm going to play it safe, reload, and shoot it with High Dude. He's only got an 80% chance, but whatever. Good enough. And that should soften him up enough that Critters can make the kill, get his little bit of experience to maybe get Colonel level, because that'll get him rapid fire like Thrax, which is just cool stuff. But let's see. I might as well move as close as I can. I believe the critical chance and 2-hit of shotguns scales up as you get closer. So believing this to be the end of the mission anyways, might as well go full offense.
Status confirmed. Mission
Alright,
accomplished.
so the
Excellent
Archon
work.
King is dead. That's good. That's real good. He tried to grab Moon and do this weird pummel her into the ground crap, but
20 years of peace and
High Dude put a stop to that.
will not be undone by the reckless actions of a few misguided
Which actually means I can make the best suit of armor in the game. Although that does require some research and engineering bullshit, so I'll get that started when I get back to the Avenger.
Expectations while working with limited resources. Impressive, Commander, having successfully recovered one of Dr. Valen's genetically modified test subjects, I am eager to begin conducting an autopsy as soon as possible. It is my hope that by following her own research notes,
Archon
I
King
will gain
autopsy.
an even greater understanding.
I have always been put.
I'll direct our efforts towards
So
the new
in
research
5 days
project
we'll have the
immediately. Once we've made
that
progress,
mission
I'll
ready,
send word.
or that research ready. So, $1 million question: who's still ready? Actually, now that I have that Archon armor, I'm probably want to delay long enough to get that. So maybe the chosen mission will have to wait, and we'll do something else instead. But let's take a quick look and see who would be ready if I did go. Looks like it's about everybody actually. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see how it goes then. Keep our scans up and go from there. Doot. It's the end of the month. The supply drop is coming. Do I want to rush any of these region contacts? Not really. I'm okay with the amount of supplies I have coming in. It's over 800. Really, all I need to be building is that'll be expensive for the rest of the game is radio relays. To get the bonuses. Alright, here's the Shadow Chamber.
New objective added.
We are fully prepared to begin our analysis of
So the only thing about these advance the story, but they take your science people.
with the Shadow Chamber fully operational.
So that is not ideal for me right now. I'm in more of a rush to get that Archon King done, so screw that for now. But having the Shadow Chamber does give you a little bit of intel on what to expect in terms of enemies when you are doing a new mission.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander.
Alright.
I hope that
So the
your
assassin picks up a new ability, regenerates health.
will
Not a
be
big deal at this point in the game because I don't expect her to be living for very many turns. The Warlock is trying to sabotage.
Get your guns out, Commander. It's time we finally have a look at this ship of yours up close. No more hiding. We're ready for more orders, Commander. We only
Alright.
await your choice.
PCES effects getting increased, or for that I think I'll try and keep the Advent guy for now, because I think the only PCS I have locked in right now is Moon's. So whatever.
Avenger plotting new course.
Good God, that stream is delaying a lot. Greetings from the future again. Things are even worse than they were last time I said they were bad, if you can believe that. Alright. Get these supplies. Now. I think my next priority in terms of supplies is going to be
We should consider building some new facilities.
building up the Avenger. So, contacts. We have enough contacts. We have enough resistance communications. I can drop that one resistance order, though, if I do build another resistance comms. So, I think I'm going to do that.
Resistance communication
And then there is the
construction
defense matrix, which is
initiated.
almost entirely worthless. It just gives you turrets if you're ever doing an Avenger mission.
Commander, we've pushed
But I'm going to build it
ourselves
anyways,
to the
because
limit.
whatever.
We don't have any capacity to spare. which
You
means
can
we
build it
can't
or you can
expand
not
the
build it, and I
facilities
choose to
further.
build it. Then I can slap some power conduits onto my relays, just to increase the power just a little bit more,
Upgraded.
so that when I'm going to upgrade other facilities, I have the capacity to do that. I believe the resistance ring is fully upgraded. Guerrilla Tactics School, I don't think takes any upgrades. Everything is purchased here, so nothing there. The infirmary just has the hypervital module, which I don't care too much about. Training center doesn't have anything. My resistance comms is already upgraded. The Psi Lab I can upgrade, though, to get a second Psi person training, but I don't think I care about that too much. I will need to upgrade the Shadow Chamber later. But I can just allocate an engineer to one of these when the time this resistance comm gets clear, so I'm not too concerned. I'm here to inquire about whether or not I'm dead. Did I die yet? I'm not sure who you are, but nobody died this stream, so you're alive. Everybody is alive. Unless you weren't a character, in which case, well, you never existed. You, never were. Alright, 1 day for the Archon King autopsy, so let's do that. In the meantime, let's mosey over to the black market and see if they have anything interesting for sale. I have a fair amount of intel, and this is the point in the game where I want to start considering weapon and PCS upgrades. Scientist, don't care. Rush Archon King autopsy, not a big deal. Superior hair trigger, don't care. Superior autoloader, I'm going to pick up 20 intel, good. Done. Laser sight I think is for aim, I don't care about that too much. So, no PCS is for sale, that kind of sucks. But, shit happens, I guess. Alright, so let's finish scanning for intel. Actually, no, let's Alright, so 300 supplies and I get this. Ammo projects are completed instantly, or armor and vest are completed instantly. I'd rather have this, so I think I'm going to make it a priority to slap down the first of 2 relays in North America, and that will also get me contact closer so that I'm able to contact these regions for fairly little intel.
This will prove to be an important step
Alright.
forward. I have come to firmly believe
Here is the Icarus armor.
unbridled ambition left without the commander to maintain some semblance of reason.
Now,
Led her to pursue a path of
building the Icarus armor, I forget exactly how to do it.
regrettable as my own service to activate. I will send word as soon
You
as
might have to
we have
proving
something
ground
to
it.
note.
Hey, Commander.
Yeah, you do.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Okay, so in 5 days I'm going to have Icarus armor, and then I think I can upgrade it from there to a slightly better version. So we'll build this relay, we'll get our armor, and if nothing happens between now and then, we'll do our mission. And here's something happening just to fuck me over. Okay.
Commander, we've had the Shadow Chamber running the numbers. These are the tactical projections for our next field operation.
Okay, so I guess the Chosen are going to live, because I'm probably only going to do this mission and then call it for the night. But, the other thing I'm going to do is F off and get myself something to drink. So I'll be back in like 1 or 2 minutes, and we can do that. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, I did take Burhan and not Hi Dude. The thing about Burhan and Hi Dude is that they both have the abilities that I like. Hollow targeting and Shredder. And they both have low combat intelligence. And they're both Colonels, and they're both Reapers. So they're basically interchangeable. They're good enough that I want to bring one on every mission, but I'm going to try and go one then the other, one and the other, and alternate, rather than take two of them on one, so that none of them... I don't ever end up without a Reaper if I need one, which is almost all the time, because you pretty much always want to have a Reaper. They're pretty much the most fucking ridiculously useful class in the game. At this point, really, if I really wanted to get greedy, I could probably get away without the specialists I've been taking. Like, I haven't been needing the heals because I haven't been getting shot at because my damage output and number of actions are so fucking hideous. But, you know, you don't want to get that stupid. Anyways, because you're sad inside, hi dude, I'm going to be taking you on this mission, and I hope that makes you feel complete. Actually, I should be taking Hi Dude. I didn't realize Hi Dude didn't actually reach the highest rank yet. Burhan is a little bit better than Hi Dude, but that's going to be temporary. Okay. Maybe I'll make it a priority to bring people who need to be ranked up on this mission. So majors. And kind of pad out my roster, because I saw the Shadow Chamber shows me now a number of enemies and the types of enemies. So when you build that, you have a better idea of what you're going up against. And it told me there's only 8 friggin' aliens on this map. So they're fucked. Like, they're just fucking boned. Even if the Chosen shows up, that's not enough to really contend with the troops that I have at this point in the game. So I'll bring some of my B tier characters this time who I would like to rank up. Majors, or so basically not Colonels. No Thraxes, no Moons. And, you know, get a couple of rank ups here. I'm okay with a launcher here. This is all good equipment. Let's give... where is my stretcher mechanics on here? That's good, that's good, that's good. Thalmor needs the Skulljack and a medkit. Do. Pretty heinous. I wouldn't want to be fighting these mofos. Okay. Let's see if I can build anything useful. Hell, even nanoscale. The bolt caster's still up for grabs, so I don't really care about that. I need to kill another gatekeeper before I can build this alien Psyamp. That'll sort itself out, though. Alright, so let's go. So this should be a fairly easy mission, but we'll try and get some rank ups for people in the process. Also, I forget, I didn't look if one of the 8 was a sectopod. So we'll still be a little bit cautious. And scout with our Reaper. I'm excited to finish that Icarus armor.
We just got word from the Resistance. One of their top people was moving near the city center when Advent got suspicious of them. After making a break for it, the VIP holed up in a temporary safe house in the tunnels beneath the city. Advent is still in the area, but we're going in to facilitate the VIP's safe extraction.
Oh, I see. It's like that mission that went totally sideways on me earlier in the game, where they drop in the troops after you rescue this Resistance operative from either side. So that's why it only came back as 8. They're going to be dropping in more after. But it's just to be pretty trivial, and I can control the flow of that by not triggering the Resistance operative until those 8 people are spotted and killed. So we may also have the Chosen showing up here. So 8 plus a Chosen plus reinforcements. You know, it's something. But certainly nothing I don't think I can deal with at this point in the game. Sure, if you've been paying attention, like Actually, I don't think I've taken any damage this entire stream. And I don't attribute that to me playing well, because I've actually been playing pretty aggressive and kind of sloppy. Not terribly methodical. I'm kind of just trying to blow through these missions as fast as I can. I attribute it to, at the end of the game, your troops just get stupid. Like, they are really, really, really fucking capable. Okay, so somebody's over here for sure.
Remember, no matter how tough things get down here, we can't evac until we complete the mission.
I do hear a mech and or a sectopod walking around. I really should have checked if there was a sectopod here. Okay, there is. Well, good. I spotted it before I triggered it. So, this being the case, we'll set up for a nice vantage on this and get rolling. Stomp, stomp.
Moving out.
It's too bad zebras can't get over there. Fucking zebras. That might be because of the way I set these other people up. Thalmor is not as good at hacking as W. I doubt he'll be able to do much of anything to that sectopod. But he does have Rupture, so we can go the other way. Rather than doing something clever and hacking it, we can just brute force the bastard. Over here we have 3 Archons. So we will try. We're going to try and trigger these groups one at a time. Blaster Bomb isn't a bad opening. Acid Bomb would be good too. Rupture isn't actually that bad. Just thinking about how to go about this. There's really little substitute for just going Rambo. Can open with an acid bomb. What's Zebras's line of sight situation? That's not bad. Okay. So we'll slap down Kill Zone so that Zebras gets a Overwatch reaction shot on anything that moves in that range. And then we'll open up on them with a acid bomb, which will make them all scatter. So it'll scatter, strip all their armor away, and then in the course of them moving, they'll all take shots from Zebras. And then everybody else should be in a good position to mop up once that's done, even if the Archons get in the mix. So there goes their armor, and here comes Zebras. She misses once because, you know, snipers miss, right? They're supposed to be really fucking inaccurate, right? Right? We all love Zebras. She seems to kill the second guy, though. It's just a trooper, though. Looks like the shield bearer she left alive. And the sectopod, she fucking misses, so... Jesus. Zebras is such a fucking disappointment. And the Archons did notice that. So, probably what we're gonna do is freeze them.
I will always find you.
If we can. We'll see what the range on Fraggle's Frost Bomb looks like. Looks like we can only get one. So... this is actually nastier than I'd have thought. Nastier than it should have been, because Zebra should have killed one of those guys. And put some fucking damage on this sectopod, but, you know, Zebra. So let's scope this out. 58% chance to stun, but if he doesn't, it'll get an aim bonus. Don't think I'm too comfortable with that dice roll. So instead, I think I'm going to have Thalmor Rupture, get some damage on the sectopod, and more importantly, increase its damage from other sources. because we can make Zebras clean up the mess she made with her pistol. Oh wait, no, she used up her action on that, so that ain't gonna work. I think I'll just have... I can have High Dude finish off the Sectopod with Banish. We do want to use Printer's Overdrive, probably. Because we can always just stall and wait long enough for that to re-trigger. His first shot has a 98% chance on the Sectopod. I'm happy with that. His damage is pretty respectable, actually. I don't tend to think too much of sparks, but they're not terrible. He has an 83% chance with the second shot. I'm less convinced that's a good move. I'm going to move him over here. He can blast the absolute hell out of these two. There's a penalty for firing on the same enemy with his overdrive ability that you can negate with an ability that I didn't happen to get. I picked the other version, the other choice for that particular tier. So I'm just seeing what I can do. I can blast all these Archons with a rocket launcher. That's pretty fun. Let's do that. Critters. I can probably set up for a nice nice Shred Storm.
Running and gunning.
Probably here will be a good position to do that from.
Need to ask twice.
We shall see. I have enough, like, really good abilities that I'm not being as conservative as I might be. Looks like my positioning wasn't the best here. So, I'm a little surprised I'm not hitting the Sectopod. Maybe I just need to angle it lower? 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 No, okay. So screw it. I'll throw an axe at the Sectopod instead. That'll get rid of it. And then I'll use the... I'll use the Shred Storm on these two.
Time to shred.
And that leaves me with this loser, the Shield Bearer, who will probably use his shield move if I leave him alive.
I go when I'm needed. I have sight beyond vision.
84%. Not the best, actually. 80. I'm gonna go ahead and try. Good enough. So that won't reveal him because it's a kill. Printer's out of actions. Fraggle has one more. She can freeze an Archon, or she can freeze one enemy, or make a fairly unlikely shot on this Archon. I'm just going to go ahead and try the unlikely shot. Alright. So they got a Shield Bearer who will probably shield, and then two Archons this turn who can act. I'm not terribly concerned about that, but we'll see if that makes an asshole of me. Alright, Archon moseys over to nobody in particular and triggers Blazing Pinions, which will be a pain in the ass, but really my only real threat was them both going to the same person and wailing on them and doing criticals and killing him. So I now know I'm okay. The other one walks over to Printer and whacks him with a stick. The Shield Bearer wanders over and does indeed do his shield move, so we'll want to eliminate him on the next turn. Those pinions are coming down no matter what, so anybody who's marked with one of those I'll want to move. But that's usually pretty trivial to do. So, Salmore needs to move. he get to somewhere that's a flanking shot? Doesn't look like he can. Printer doesn't need cover because he's a robot. So I'm going to have him run over here and see if he can one-shot this shield bearer. He does, which will drop the shields on the 2 Archons. Critters can axe this guy, so I'm going to do that. Might have been better to do the shotgun now that I think about it, because he has a tendency to miss with that axe. But whatever, I got away with it that time. Thalmor needs to move away from the pinions. Nessun problema. Is bene, prego, prego, paisan, paisan. High dude isn't marked, so I'm going to sting the Archon, which won't reveal high dude, but we'll put a marker on the Archon. And that'll set up an easy follow-up shot for, oh, let's say Thalmor. 75% chance. It's pretty garbage, actually. But he still gets it done.
Così si fa.
Così si fa.
Munizioni a zero.
Munizione zero.
I guess that'll be okay.
Okay, so we'll make reloading our priority for the rest of this.
Okay.
So what was that? 3 Archons and a Sectopod and a couple of numpty troops, and they just got completely shredded. Here's the last 2 troops, a mech and a... oh, Fregel's the last person I have. A mech and a stun lancer. So I'll freeze the mech. But yeah, you just you have a lot of good abilities. I mean, I triggered 3 Archons, a Sectopod, and 2 other troops, and didn't really have to worry about it because I just have enough ridiculous abilities that I was able to weather it. Looks like Fraggle was still too close to those pinions. I didn't notice that. So, I'm not a smart kid. The Lancer is going to try and stun critters, it looks like, but in the course of getting to him, he takes a Blade Master shot, which puts him on fire, which will make him less accurate. Then, for some reason, he decides to go behind cover and shoot critters rather than stun lance him, which he manages to get a critical on despite the fire, so he does a decent chunk of damage there. These are the last enemies on the map before I trigger the objective. So I'll move Fraggle up here, get a marker and shred on this mech, because it's far away. I could hack it if I really wanted to, but I don't think I care too much about that. And we'll see who we have that's close enough to get a shot in on the mech in particular. Looks like nobody's super close, but I do have an idea for what I can do.
Hey, I'll go.
So I'll move Zebras over, and I'll have her use... Oh, does she not have it yet? This is what happens when you're stupid. Alright, I'll use Lightning Hands instead. I thought she had the ability where she'll fire 3 times on the same target, but maybe that's a kernel ability and she doesn't have it yet. So I'll just get the free shot from Lightning Hands instead. I'll finish the mech off with Shadowfall because it'll put Zebras into concealment, which I don't anticipate being terribly useful or game-breaking, but hey, you never know. Thalmor, it looks like his turn will be tied up healing critters and Zebras. It looks like Zebras was the one that was still too close to the pinions. Oh, you don't care? I just kept saying, "Hi, dude, does this instead of Beerhound does that." Yeah, well, like I said, you guys are equivalent, or basically equivalent to me. So I expect to mix you up even more. Maybe I should give one of you a really dumb helmet so that it's obvious which is which. But if I absolve myself of the responsibility, I can continue being dumb. So, you know. Let's see. Printer can roast this.
I'm compelled to agree.
this bastard over here. So let's do that, and then we can focus the rest of our turn on reloading. Or we can miss a point-blank shot. I don't think I'm in too much danger of getting caught on fire here. But I will make the shot with the shotgun just so I'm not leaving nothing to chance. Alright, so he dropped some stuff I'm going to pick up. Alright, so once I pick up the objective, everything's going to go nuts. But in the meantime, I'm just going to reload with everybody and end the turn. My concerns are now reloading, moving everybody in nice and close, and delaying for enough time that some of the limited use abilities I used, like Rupture and Lightning Hands, recover their uses. I did burn through a lot of my better abilities, just being a maniac and trying to clear this mission as fast as I could. So, on account of that, I'm going to wait for the ones that I can get back and do a decent job of setting up so that I can make this into a nice turkey shoot once I get everybody in the middle. But it'll take me a while to get everybody in position anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be wasting too much time.
Rolling out.
Well, you don't want to walk through acid. That would be stupid.
I am on the move.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That acid should be gone now. Oh, no, it's still there. Fine.
I hope you can keep up.
Copy that.
Alright, and Overwatch all.
Got it covered. Affirmative. Cover it now.
Everybody's good to go, I think. Who do I want to trigger this with? Actually, I think they're gonna... Might as well be Fraggle. I think they're gonna mark where they're going to drop reinforcements rather than dropping reinforcements. So...
VIP identity confirmed. Firebrand is setting up for evac. We've got multiple contacts closing on your position. It's an ambush. Hold your ground.
And, I think I'm okay with a little bit more aggressive in terms of where I'm placing people.
The open spaces, the fresh air.
Emma Smith. Is that the long-lost love of the meat pounder? If that's the case, I might have to make sure she dies. Alright, that's good enough. With the number of people I have in concealment, this might actually be a pretty shitty Overwatch, but I still have an entire second turn after this to clean up whatever they drop, so whatever. Looks like they're starting with the Purifier and they're bringing... What are those called? They're bringing a Codex on an Andromedon. So okay, these are some respectable troops at least, but they're still going to eat an entire round of Overwatch fire. So. Okay, so Thalmor and Printer shoot at the Codex. They get one hit. Critters finishes it off, so that means I don't have to worry about it dividing. The Purifier runs into cover and gets shot at by Fraggle, but she misses. But she does get a marker on her. And that's about it, it looks like. We got a Stun Lancer and an Andromedon as well. Zebras, being the brilliant and altogether stand-up person that she is, elects to fire at the heavily armored Andromedon rather than anything that would be any use, and as such only does 2 damage. I imagine, given that all of these shots available to her were very close range, she was aware. I'm not sure if that tank's going to blow up. I could probably use High Dude to check. I think I'm okay. Which means I can blow it up real good with the blaster bomb. Yeah, I think she knew that the only way she could disappoint, since it's not mathematically possible for her to miss, would be for her to shoot the dumbest possible target, and that's what she did. So, that's our Zebras. Okay, so that'll get some armor off them, and actually won't end Fraggle's turn on account of salvo. I'm not sure if High Dude will carry over his endless fire from one form of the Andromedon into the next, but let's find out. I'm guessing he won't, given that earlier he picked a second target between the first and second form to the... Yeah, okay. Well, shit happens. Printer can finish off the purifier.
If only had this in my... I'll need to reload soon.
Alright, so Zebras takes a shot at the Stun Lancer. Does pretty small damage, considering. But whatever. Can she not get this? I guess she can. Alright. I guess I'll freeze this against it. Shit.
Frag out.
I like that Fraggle uses grenades and then says frag out. That's appropriate. Apparently being frozen ends poison, which I'm not sure it actually makes sense, but it might be useful to know for later, so there you go. Zebras can soften up the Andromedon, hopefully enough that Critters... Is it Critters? Oh no, it's Critters and Thalmor are able to finish it off. So, that's bad news for them. I think maybe I can see... I think I'm going to position Critters here, where he'll probably get Blade Master shots at anybody who moves in, and then fire at the Andromedon from here. And since he did a good job, I can also move Thalmor close and put him into Overwatch as well. They won't be making any shots at me this round, so I'll move him up onto this ledge, because there is usually an advantage for shooting from a higher point, and I don't want to be shooting upwards at enemies. I could try and finish off this Lancer, but he's really not that much of a priority right now. I'd rather get Overwatch shots on the new guys in case there's something nasty. And I'll tell the VIP to hunker down, and that's it. So, what do we got? Codex. And another fucking Andromedon. These are pretty respectable troops that they're dropping in. And of course, because they are leading with something that has so much damn armor, it's kind of going to reduce my damage potential a little. But they do get some pretty respectable damage on the Andromedon's first form, nonetheless. Enough that I won't have to worry about stripping its armor, actually. I'll just kill it. Alright, so...
I guess that'll be okay.
Alright, let's kill the Lancer so he doesn't wake up next turn.
I got it, right?
Now, the next trick we're going to have to deal with here is the Codex, if it lives through the first shot, is going to divide. And I would rather not deal with that. So I'm going to see if I can get Critters up there. And because he has the best critical chance, 70%. Basically 70% chance that I want to deal with that shit. He does get a critical, so that's it.
Enemy destroyed. Gonna need to reload soon.
So now I just have the Andromedon. Might as well have High Dude go back into Shadow, just because there's no cost to doing it. Anybody have any explosives left? Zebras has a rocket launcher, and that's about it. How much damage does that thing do? It's 4 to 7. Might not even kill him, because he's got so much armor. He's actually a little bit tough to hit.
If you say so.
But I'll have Zebras rocket launcher him, strip his armor off, and maybe get rid of that pillar he's hiding behind. If I get lucky, she'll do enough damage to kill him, but no, that's not the case. And it doesn't take down the pillar either, so really that was actually a big wank.
I go where you tell me.
Who can High Dude give an action to? He can give an action to Zebras. That may not be the worst idea. Printer still has overdrive, so he can get over there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Dalmor, I'm gonna save in case something goes wrong, I think. Actually, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Alright, so Printer, we'll see what his odds are from here. 50%. I think probably my best odds are gonna be to just flank him entirely and shoot him in the back of the skull. So we have, excuse me, 53%? Why is it counting him as if he has full cover? That's a little weird. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so Printer, apparently this counted as him having full cover for some fucking reason. I don't know what that's about. And I certainly wasn't counting on that. I might have to soak a hit from him as a result. That kind of sucks. We'll see if High Dude can do better. Fuck. I was planning to hack it with Thalmor's second action, but that's not going to be possible on account of this miss. I have a third 50-50 shot at getting him. I guess I might as well take it. I don't know. 56. I'd rather soak a shot from the second form of Andromedon than a first one. So that was a little unfortunate. Not exactly sure why that happened the way it did. But I will go ahead and move the Resistance Operative a little bit farther away, just in case the Andromedon gets ambitious and decides to chase her down with its turn. Even though it's super far away. It's not impossible, I guess. Okay, so we got another fucking Andromedon and another Codex. And this is probably the last of the troops they're going to bring in, I imagine. This is also the last turn I have to hold out for. The other Andromedon is going to try and punch Printer in the face, but he misses. Oh, no, they're bringing in more.
Firebrand is in position for the extraction. Get out of there before things get any worse.
If I really wanted to run this turn, could I do it? No, because the Resistance Operative is too far away, and there's also an Andromedon between her and the end. Okay. Critters could fuck up the Codex again. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Double time.
Again, 70% chance. And there it goes.
Taken care of. Got no ammo.
And I think I'm going to make it a priority to get rid of this Andromedon this turn.
Okay, I'll go.
Which means I will need to strip its armor, which means I should have Fraggle shoot at it. Alright, she gets critical. So that's nice. If I'm not sure if Haywire Protocol can be used before a second action. I'm going to try and hack this Andromedon and stun it. 100% chance, so let's do that. I could have controlled it if I had done that, but you never know what the chances are going to be until you actually do it. Anyways, so that'll stun this guy, which means I can focus on the other one and pumping out Overwatch shots. That way I know the Resistance Operative is going to be safe. What I don't know, let's see. Okay, that does indeed end Thalmor's turn.
Such inefficient designs.
Printer needs to reload. Now the shell doesn't have fucking cover. What in the fuck is that about? Whatever, man. What the fuck ever.
The clamp is set.
Might rather do a Claymore here rather than a normal shot, because it already has a marker on it and this will blow up its cover. Who have I got that can act? Zebras, Printer, and that is it. Okay. Only has a 91% chance on this Andromedon. But, I don't see a very salient second option for her, although she can give another action to High Dude. So I'm going to have her give an action to High Dude, so that he can get some bonus damage in here. And then with her second action, I will shoot at the Andromedon with her sniper rifle, because that will do enough damage to oh no, that won't work. It'll have to be the pistol. Duh, I should have known that. Whatever. Okay, so she does kill the first form of the Andromedon. Printer can at least get some damage in on the other one that's stunned. Would have saved a lot of trouble if he'd done that the last turn. And then High Dude can remark this guy. Now, this Andromedon can wander over to the Resistance Operative I'm supposed to save and whack her. This would be a bad thing. So I'm going to move her all the way over here to this high cover. Probably the last of the enemies they're bringing in next turn, although I've used every good ability I have. So we'll see what they bring. They got a Muton and another Codex. At least they don't have to deal with another fucking Andromedon. The amount of health that those guys have can be pretty prohibitive in terms of what you're able to pull off with your turn. So okay. The Andromedon moseys over to Fraggle and tries to take a punch at her, but misses. The Andromedons.
It looks like they're running out of reinforcements. Let's get moving before that changes.
All right, so. Critters is finally out of ammo. So is Fraggle. So she's gonna need to reload. And then I might have her just light up. Yeah, I'm gonna have her light up this Andromedon with chain shots. As long as she doesn't miss the first shot, she should be able to kill it herself. Alright, now. So we got these 3 chumps left. How much damage does this weapon do? 8 to 10. I think the right move here will be to fire on the Andromeda, or the Muton. With Printer. If I have to leave the Andromedon alive, then, you know, shit happens. If I get a critical on this guy, he's basically toast in one shot. No such luck. But it does shred him, so that's good. High Dude should be able to follow that up, I think. Actually, Zebras might be able to as well. She has face-off available. Looks like I'm going to have trouble keeping the codex from dividing. I was a little too greedy with some of my limited use abilities, but whatever. And of course, no luck there. Alright, fine. I will have Zebras do it instead. At least I put a marker on him. So there goes the Muton, and she's going to fire at the Codex as well, which may split it. We'll see where the split ends up. Nah, it's pretty far away. That does make it easy for critters to kill. Did I just misclick? I think I might have misclicked. Yeah, I misclicked. That was supposed to be... that was supposed to be a strike with his weapon. Which would have been a kill for sure. That's actually leaving a fair amount of damage on the table that I wouldn't have liked to. Well, now I get to make a choice here. He can't kill the Andromedon for sure, so we'll shoot at this 98 on the Codex that should have been killed anyways. So we got a Codex and an Andromedon that we still need to soak shots from. We'll get the Resistance Operative somewhere safe, and we'll see what next turn looks like. I think next turn, they said, is the last of the enforcements they're bringing in. So, we'll see. We got a Muton. 2 Mutons. They're not going to be able to act this turn, so they're not too big of a deal. One of them runs right through acid, which is probably not super clever. The Andromedon shell wakes up, so he's going to try and swat at probably High Dude. No, Thalmor. He does hit. He does 7 damage, which is respectable. I'm not sure if the Codex can do 7, so maybe Lene will get her dream of Thalmor finally being dead. We shall see. What the hell is Psionic Bomb? Oh, that's what that called. Okay. So they have this ability where they make this vortex that explodes after a turn, but also automatically unloads the weapon of anybody that's caught in it. So that's what she's done this turn. Fraggle can probably just kill this Muton, and even if she fails, he's in an acid burn, so he'll probably just drop dead. Thalmor could use a heal? What are my other options here? The acid could only, if I'm unlucky, the acid will only burn for 1. Printer needs to reload. Which means I don't think he's actually going to be able to attack this turn, so I'm just going to mosey him over here. Critters does need to reload. And then he should be able to finish off that shell. Or I could just... No, I can't even swat the Codex if I wanted to. So we'll see what he can do about the shell. He should be able to kill it. Unless I get really unlucky and he only does 8 like that. Okay, so now we got problems. Zebras has a 95% chance to finish off this Muton. And fucking misses. So that's more unfortunate. Stacking a lot of unfortunate on this one turn. Alright. High Dude will finish off the Andromedon shell. And then I got Zebras and Thalmor who are still able to act. Thalmor needs to reload, so I'm going to start with that. Then, depending on what his odds are shit. I can either heal him or run the fuck away. Meanwhile, Zebras... I'd really like to be rid of this Codex. There's a solid chance, I want to say 2 out of 3, that this Muton will just drop dead. Do I want to bank on that and go for a riskier shot on the Codex? Or do I want to just put the fucking Muton down right now? Thalmor is a wanker, and his chances are garbage. I'm going to take the chance of going over to the Codex here. 99% chance, so let's get rid of that. So we got 2 Mutons, well, one Muton, possibly 2 to soak shots from, depending on if that one acids himself to death. Thalmor is still sort of out in the open, so I'm going to have him heal himself. And the Resistance Operative I'm going to have run even further away on account of the fact that these are the last enemies, and she's the mission objective. So if this goes really poorly, I could lose somebody, but the first Muton did drop dead of acid, which removes basically all of my problems, because the one that's left isn't going to be able to do jack by himself. And all he did was wander over there and go into Overwatch, so... What's the most accurate shot I can get on him is the question, because I don't want to soak that Overwatch hit if I don't have to. High Dude would be a nice place to start, because he puts marks on things even when he misses. But he doesn't. He shreds it, throws a marker on it, and that'll be pretty much GG. Does Fraggle have a rank up yet? She does not. So let's have her make the kill if she can. She'll reload first. And make a shot at the Muton. I mean, if nothing else, my plan of let's level up some of my scrub soldiers did go off well. I didn't count on them dropping such consistent, strong, armored troops, which is part of why this went sideways, or more than it should have, but who cares, I got away with it.
Let's see what it can do.
Towards the end of the game, I always get sloppy, because it's like you start taking for granted that your characters can wreck shit. And I definitely was like, well, there's only 8 troops. That's not very many. And while that's true, I was a little bit more liberal with the use of the limited use abilities than I might have otherwise been. Which was probably less than wise.
Got it. Moving.
No time to spare.
This unit is relatively agile.
In position. VIP secure and in position for evac.
Okay, so everybody's going home. I left High Dude behind because I can't, for some reason, I'm not allowed to evac from these middle points. Maybe I should just leave him here by himself, but nah. I like him, he's alright. So I did get some rank ups out of that, and they'll probably be Colonel rank ups, the highest ones, which means I'm going to be purchasing some of the better abilities in the game. So that's nice. Like, I don't think I have any, well, those random-ass Grenadiers I picked up are Colonels, so they do have it. But Rupture is handy, and I don't have it on a real Grenadier yet. I just have it on Thalmor and Thrax. Yeah, so a lot of rank ups here. A lot of rank ups here. Alright. This is a tough choice here. Repair or Bombard. Bombard blows up things with the bit. Repair repairs himself or other mechanical things. Kind of leaning towards Repair because the final ability for here does damage to the Spark. So I'm gonna just commit and go with Repair. Zebras can pick up either Serial, which refunds actions when you make kills with your sniper rifle, which is pretty handy, or Fanfire, which is the one I thought I had, where you fire the pistols 3 times at the same target. That's a tough choice, and I'm not going to bother to make that choice. I'm going to pick up Serial for now, and then just go to the training center and pick up the other one. Critters can pick up Rapid Fire. I'm not as concerned about him getting Reaper. Thrax is Reaper, but Reaper isn't as good as Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire is just crazy. Ever Vigilant is great. Ever Vigilant just gives you a free Overwatch shot if you only move during your turn. So it's handy. Anything like that that triggers for free is like, well, it's free, right? Another Engineer, which I can slap down on this power relay, I guess, if I really want to. But for now, I'll commit her to building these resistance comms a little bit faster. Get that sorted out. Who can bond? Mox and Thalmor. I don't think I care about that. Okay. Icarus armor's built in 3 days. I had a feeling I wanted to do something when I got back to the Avenger, but now I can't remember what it might have been. Yes. Just now I wanted to go to the training center and train Zebras to also have Fanfire, which is going to cost me... Oh, no, it doesn't. It's only 15. Because, and I think in that case, I forgot that. Yeah, Reaper's only going to cost Critters 15 as well, which I think I might do, because it's only going to cost 3 for my pool of XCOM AP. Basically, there's like a shared pool that everybody has, and it has 147 points in it, so it's only going to cost 3 to pick this up for Critters. I think that's worth it. But that's just pretty much it for Critters for the rest of the game. He's got... This is pretty much going to be his ability set, which is every good Ranger ability, for the most part, plus holo targeting. Whereas Thrax has every good Ranger ability for the most part, plus Rupture. That's good stuff there. Fraggle, when she gets Colonel, I can slap down, use her Soldier AP to slap down the other version of the ability, so she has both of the high tier ones. And beyond that, I don't know what I'm going to pick up for her. I'm kind of curious what this one's going to be. That's just why I'm saving up so many of those points. Other than that, Dalmor has a decent chunk, but I'm gonna maybe pick up both of his high-end abilities rather than pick up any of the cross-class ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it for the night here. It's 10:30, so that was a 3.5-hour stream. That was a pretty good stream. Thanks for coming out. Sorry I didn't get to the Chosen. That'll definitely be the start of next stream. If there's anything you want to see, or if you want to pop on for a bit and do like a guest host thing where you can berate me, feel free to get in touch with me over Discord, because it'd be cool to have somebody else pop on. But I'm fine soldiering on myself as well, so, you know, can't lose, I guess. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks for coming out, and I'll talk to everybody later.